on, yeah?
Live.
We're live.
Live.
Okay, welcome. It's
Welcome,
Monday
welcome,
night. Obviously, extra special tonight. Bramley Moor, Super Fortress, under the lights, M&F. Man United in town. The only thing is they are absolutely on fire, aren't they? And I cannot make an argument here to see Everton winning the game. I'd be buzzing if we get a draw. Obviously, I think any Evertonian living in reality, certainly after the way we've been at home in the last few outings. I was at the Bournemouth game last time. You know, we definitely snap your hands off for a positive performance and you know, at least the points on the board tonight. Everton, I've got that little bit of, you know, the head-to-head this season in that game at Old Trafford where Idrissa Gueye was sent off. Everton went down to 10 and actually won the game. The only difference being Jack Grealish, who was massive for Everton on the night, isn't available. Everton's team tonight looks a little bit more industrious with Harrison Armstrong, obviously Dewsbury Hall, Tim Irabumbum, whatever his name is,
Irabumbum,
and Idrissa Gueye in there, along with Iliman Ndiaye. And then on the back line, it looks like he's gone for Garner at right back and Braithwaite as a big left back. So the biggest problems for me is going to be the fella up the front of the team. If he turns up, and he you know, he's a fucking puzzle, isn't he? So if he turns up and he has one of his better nights, then he might give us a platform to play off. If he doesn't, then you know, I think it's going to be a long night for Everton. They're going to have to sit and counter attack. And
I just hope there's goals, lad. I can see there being goals tonight. I reckon over 2.5.
I mean, look, I can't see where Everton's goals are coming from. If Dewsbury Hall or even Ndiaye, as good as he can be in terms of getting you up the pitch for Everton, the one thing he doesn't really guarantee is the goals. You're looking at the game thinking, you know, if Man United score, what can Everton do? So it really becomes dependent upon Everton having a good start, the crowd being with them. And Bournemouth last time out came to Goodison. I'm not saying Man United will do this at all, certainly the way they're playing at the minute, but Bournemouth came and just quieting the crowd down, just took the energy out the stadium. It was a Tuesday night as opposed to a Monday, but it was similar conditions as it's been in Liverpool all day today, kind of wet, grey, drizzle, cold, and Everton are going to need, certainly to start this game well, and to do that, I think they're going to need the stadium to be at it tonight. And I just think in the new stadium, everyone talks about, well, it's really hard to transition. We've had the initial spike of going to stadium and playing well in the opening gambit, but we've been really poor at home, and our away form, as is yet, has propped us up and put us inside the top 10. If we want to get in Europe, the home form's got to come and start aligning itself, you know, in terms of being hard to beat and looking like you can always get something, which is our away form. We've got to bring to the stadium. Now, teams are doing a number on us because, you know, no matter what Everton fans say, you know, 40,000 at Goodison, 52,000 or whatever it is at Bramley Moor. Great if things are going well. That's, you know, a little bit more passion. But on the whole, that's another 12,000 booers. Do you know what I mean? Or at least 9,000 of them. And times are hard. It is tough being an Evertonian. The team do have to turn up and help and give you something to come out and get after and be energetic for. And I do feel that's where we've lost Grealish, because he did get you off your seat. He did give you them little flashes and bits of quality that certainly at times Everton, you know, under Moyes, and certainly when I've seen them live recently, they really lack an identity, what they're trying to do. And it's a big night for them tonight, because this United side are flying. And again, if they get off to a good start here, Bramley Moor could turn toxic on Moyes. I think it could turn nasty on them live on Sky, and that's not a good look for the club.
Someone just said the stadium is dead because they see the lineup at 7 o'clock and all hope dies. And the same again's happened tonight. Said his mates just rang them at the game and people are fuming.
Well, again, that's the thing, isn't it? It's so entwined now, the stadium, with the match day experience and getting to the game. But it is a bit of a ball ache. Like, it's
getting there.
It's just the parking and all that. And if it's raining, if it's sunny and it's a summer's night or nice a summer's day, it'd be great, a little bit of a walk in there. And I'm not making excuses for the Evertonians here, because come rain, fucking snow, sleet, you've got to turn up and have it, you know, for your team. But again, you know, it's a teething process, I think, for the fans. Everything's new to them. It's like, oh, where do we go for a pint before? What do we do to build our energy for the game?
Yeah.
And when you move to a new stadium, I still think Everton are finding the way through that.
Yeah, definitely.
And even the singing sections at the ground, it's kind of like, who starts it? Where does it start? You know, so all that's still taking place. And in the midst of that, the team are playing particularly well. And there's more people in the stadium who are feeling anxious and apprehensive or showing the disgruntlement because the fucking ticket prices have gone up. Someone sent me something today, and I'm yet to verify it because he's a fan of a red team, so his information has to be held in. But they've looked at football ticket prices from the 90s in terms of the way it's tabbed next to inflation. And they were saying the team that had give the best value for money for the ticket price aligned to inflation was Chelsea at 0.4 from 1991 ticket prices to today. So Chelsea's the best value for money.
Really?
Judged on inflation.
Fair play.
And the worst team, 125% over what it should be priced, was actually Everton.
No way.
Yeah. So Everton fans are actually getting the worst value for money for the ticket based on inflation. Based on 1991 prices to today's prices.
No way, lad.
Yeah.
That's
so I have to check it because he is a Liverpool fan who sent it to me.
The People's Club.
But again, this is what I'm saying to you. You know, the modern day fan is expected to just shell out, and that's great if things are going well and there is a supply for the new stadium. Tickets for Everton far outstrip the demand because everyone wants to be part of it. Now the other thing is once prices start staying high, people expect success to go along with it. Your Spurs are facing that kind of problem now, and very, very quickly the place can turn toxic, and that means you need to change the scenery. Usually that's the manager. And I think Everton are in the thing of, look, David Moyes has been great, but no man is irreplaceable. And as well as Everton are doing at this moment in time, I think the brand of football and the way Everton are playing, the fans are swallowing it because of the league position.
Yeah.
I think if Everton were doing what they were doing and they were in Spurs' position where they were just looking over the shoulder, I think there'd be a lot more pressure on Moyes. And again, I am of the thing of, look, we need to start succession planning for life after David Moyes. The problem you've got is we're going to reach a crossroads in the summer where it's either you've got to back him or sack him. How he finishes this season, if Everton finish 8th, you have to keep him in the job and back him. You have to back him. And that means that you might have another 5 years, and then Moyes gets a chance to build, a second dynasty or his second coming as Everton manager. But we all know from our Kendall's second stint, and it's completely different circumstances, it was never as good as the first time. I'd be surprised if you see David Moyes with his style of football and his brand of football get Everton into the Champions League places, no matter how much money you give him.
Not now.
I just don't think the type of players who'll come and play for him, and I just don't think, and the way, I think he'll make Everton a solid top 7, top 8 side in the Premier League, because I think the basics get you there now, and the fact that old-fashioned kind of set plays and more direct front-to-back football is being utilised in the Prem to great effect. I think Moyes' style will be solid for, probably at least another decade. But is that going to move you on as a club? And maybe Evertonians will say, look, we've got to be careful that we don't try and run before we can walk. And, from where we've been with Dyche, Lampard, and obviously, the points deductions and the embargo, we're still waiting on. And I do think this is aligned to it, and I've seen it today. The war in Russia in Ukraine to stop, because Everton's money's got a lot of Everton's money from the big owners. No, Usmanov, isn't it?
Is it Usmanov?
That's who I think was something to do with it.
Is it all tied up?
Well, obviously Chelsea was their club, wasn't it? And they've lost that because the government have obviously put the money in escrow, or they've seized it or something. But Everton's obviously ownership at the time of that all, starting to rumble, was alleged to be Usmanov, the guy who was in Arsenal as a major shareholder in Arsenal and was coming out of that, and Mashidi was Usmanov's kind of frontman. I'm not seeing anything other than the evidence of the point deduction and everything else that's happened subsequently for me to think any different. So you never know if Everton do come out of it. Obviously, the Friedkin group are in there now. Hopefully, they start to come through with some quality signings and move the club in the right direction. But so far, I think this Barry's, the jury's, in many Evertonians, is more than out on him.
He was still scoring goals and people were still giving him shit because he scored a few, didn't he? He had a good little 5 games. And people were still saying how bad he was because it's not even about... It's his first touch and his passing is just... He's not a Premier League player.
He's young-ish, but I like, as I say, when you look at the lad from Man United's side, Josh Zirkzee, who can't get in the side, can't get near it. If you offer me either of them, I'd probably take Zirkzee over him with no danger, not even close. Yeah. But then, Moyes is all in on this player, isn't he? When you live and die on your recruitment, the other side of that is Dibbling. He looks like he's going to be certainly, one for the future because he doesn't look ready at this moment in time. Barry's kind of done a job in terms of he's scored goals, he's charged around on the front line. I don't think there's much between him and Beto, but Moyes has just bought him and he's kind of got to play.
He's got to.
Do you know what I mean?
He's kind of got him. Yeah,
he's kind of got to give him the start and give him the confidence because all strikers live and die on it.
Yeah.
Kind of got to. Now the problem is, if Everton want to progress, then when you look at kind of Dibbling and you look at Merlin Roll who they've signed, and you look at Tariq George and you look at the kind of lads, Dewsbury Hall who would do things being a success, them signings have got to kind of gel and become the kind of the core of your group that you build going forward.
Right, score predictions in the chat. Score.
What did he think?
I'm going to go for you. What your heart telling you and what your head telling you?
I think Man United will be a good investment tonight.
Yeah, that's your brain speaking.
A good investment tonight, but I'm going to go 1-1. You want to go
hopeful 1-1?
Yeah, really open for a 1-1.
I'm going to go. I
just don't see how we score.
Yeah, 2-0 United. I'm going to go.
Or maybe Pickford's going to relish this type of game. I think it's you can remember him at Old Trafford. He had that kind of. Sometimes with Pickford, you're like, he's going to do something mad, he's going to throw something in. But Old Trafford, when they went down to 10, he kind of had this weird, he's not going to get beat tonight kind of aura.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't always fill me with Pickford, but there is times where you think, fucking hell, he's on it tonight.
Yeah.
So it'll depend what variant of him turns up. I think these type of games, I still think in his head, he's thinking, I can play for Man United. So I think these type of games, these bigger games, bring out the best in Pickford, because it means... if Everton are going to get a positive result and performance, Jordan Pickford is going to have to play really, really well. And I think he prefers to be a busy goalie and be active in games rather than kind of sit on the periphery of the game. And certainly if Everton are going to be successful tonight, even though it's at home, I think he's going to be a key component in that. Obviously, the lads in front of him there, very experienced in terms of Keane and Tarkowski. But James Garner is still a centre midfielder playing at right back. That does worry me. And I still think Braithwaite, as good as he is still a left centre half playing at left back.
And he's up against Diallo.
And you've got pace.
And
obviously Mbueno, Kuna, obviously Diallo.
Yeah.
United have got real threat on the counter attack, and I do really dislike Idrissa Gueye when the ball transitions in the middle of the pitch. I think sometimes you can be really, really guilty of selling us wicked early or not picking up a runner maybe as quick as he possibly can. On the other side of that, Ida Boomham's in there tonight, who does have a little bit more defensive awareness and hopefully gives us a little bit more stability in there. And I'm really hoping we see a good performance from Dewsbury Hall. I think he's been a real bright spark since Grealish's injury.
Yeah, great player. He's a joy to watch. If only he had fucking someone to feed.
So loads of people saying 3-2 United, 3-2 United.
Seems very strong United.
A few going 1-0 Everton. Loads of cards.
Desmonds.
What are we thinking?
Yeah,
cards, corners.
Cards, got to be some cards. In a Boonham.
I think learn from the weekend when we were talking about how close I felt the coupons were going to be and how closely matched teams were. There was 1-0 in League Two. I think there was 1-0 in the Champ. And when you look at that, what it kind of showed me was there was just goals everywhere. There was loads and loads of goals at the weekend because there's starting to be a lot on the line for these teams. Even League One, League Two now, the sides near the bottom are starting to really dig in and fight for their lives because promotion and relegation in those divisions can be the difference at the end of your career between paying your mortgage off and not. So there's a lot to play for. You know, these lads do have clauses in the contract where they get less money if they're demoted and stuff like that. So, you know, you do see some incredible results down there. But also, a few teams are getting a little bit twitchy towards the top of the table. You know, starting to look over the shoulder. And it's this time of the year, as we say, that you want to be... starting to launch, what a save that was there. You want to be able to start and to launch your runner, you know, the final few furlongs and getting up that hill at Cheltenham towards a promotion.
But they all dropped points at the top of the Champ, didn't they? Except for Cov. Middlesbrough drew at home to Oxford. Millwall got beat at
coupon
home.
Buster, yeah.
Portsmouth. Ipswich got beat by Wrexham 5-3 that game. Hull got beat at home to QPR. Wrexham. Are they going to do it again?
Listen, it is, you know, it is a huge opportunity. When you look at the top of that championship there, I mean, you know, there's nobody that stands out. You go, oh my God, they're like, do you know what, that's a Premier League side. There's nobody, is there? They're all much of a muchness. And, you know, you'd be a brave man to back against anybody even in the top 8. I think John Eustace done a great job there at Derby, getting Derby into the fold. Yeah, it's a strange one because Preston even, I know they conceded a late goal there at Blackburn, didn't they? The keeper went down for Preston. I don't know whether they were yanking the chain. Yeah, I think they were yanking the chain. You know, where this keeper goes down and they just reset it and all that. So the keeper's gone down and the keeper can't go off, can he, if he goes down injured? And I think they were wasting a bit of time.
Preston was. And bit them in the ass.
It's hard to be clever. And then the keeper comes back on and it didn't look like he kind of got himself positioned correctly. And then they concede in the 95th minute, was it?
95th.
Big win for Michael O'Neill there. That's 2 out of 2, isn't it? Did he beat QPR first time out away from home with a good performance and a good win? Because Blackburn were expected to certainly be in the relegation fight, but Michael O'Neill's gone in there, Northern Ireland manager, settled the group down, obviously helps 2 wins and just pulls them just a little bit of confidence, little bit out of it, yeah. I mean, it's Sheff where they're gone, aren't they? Sheff United beat them at the weekend. Yeah. I seen you put in the group the Calvin Phillips tackle. Did anybody see that? What do you think in the chat? The Calvin Phillips tackle
I'm interested to see what you think on it. Go on.
In the derby.
Do you think it was a red card? I did do a tweet. I did do a tweet on the Common Sense Twitter saying...
That's where I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah. If that's a red card now, like, what are you supposed to do? Because he's actually gone inside-footed. And, yeah, the follow-through does catch him on the knee. But, like, what are you supposed to do? Otherwise, how can you avoid the momentum? You can't just tackle and just stop your leg dead. So how do you avoid it?
Yeah, I don't see how it's a red card. I mean, the commentary team was, I don't know whether it was Andy Inchcliffe or whatever on the commentary team, but it was like, wow, is that, yeah, I don't think it was that.
No, it weren't.
I mean, I can see how it's given as a foul now and a yellow card. Like, I mean, you know, I don't think it is, but I can see how it is because of the forward momentum of it. And now it's not just about, years ago it used to be about if you just got the ball, pretty much anything afterwards was fine as long as you got something on the ball.
Yeah.
It's changed now in terms of you've got to control your body and not be reckless and endangering the opponent, etc., which is fair enough because we don't want to see players being absolutely maimed like we have in some of those challenges from yesteryear. But also on the flip side of that, you know, we don't want to see people getting sent off, especially when they're not sending off offences, when it's a good solid tackle and yet there's going to be some contact because it is, unfortunately, I know the snowflakes out there, the fucking Wokeratties don't like it, but it is a contact game.
It is, and that's getting took away and it's killing the game off because that's a good tackle in my book. You got the ball, clearly got the ball first, very cleanly, and then he's left one on the opponent, which is, back in the day, is the perfect tackle. Like, you want to fucking get the ball and then the man, don't you?
Yeah, well,
at the end
take
of the day,
everything if you can. That was the way it was.
But I don't like the way they're taking that away from the game. Like, it's that was without VAR, wasn't it, as well, by the way? The ref just sent him off straight away. I think the reactions of the players around
and I've been, there's a few refs I've seen. Did anybody see, and maybe anyone in the chat seen it, there was a tackle in the Forest Green game. Forest Green played who did Forest Green play? Forest Green played somebody, Boreham Wood maybe, was it Boreham Wood? And there was a tackle in the game, and there's a ref in the game in them lower leagues in the National League who's got a big mad blonde highlights quiff, right? No. 1 to 9, he's uphill Gardner. I don't know. Like, honestly, when you see the quiff on him and the way he runs and all that, anyway, he completely misses it. It's one of the worst tackles you'll ever see. I'll get you up in a second. It's one of the worst you'll ever see. Completely misses it. Doesn't even give a free kick. Plays on, right? And this is just a bad ref. And then I see the ref who gives that Calvin Phillips red card. He's a really poor ref who used to ref EFL trophy games and all that. In my opinion, I'm sure his name's Josh something. And he was really emotional ref that could be swayed by the way it, like if there was a little bit of a needle in the game, and then a mad tackle went in and someone made a big squeal or jump, like he could easily be affected by it. So I never thought he would go that much higher as a ref, and then there it is. You see him obviously refereeing in the Championship, because a lot of these referees now are getting fast tracked, and as we've seen from the FA Cup weekend, as soon as you take this VAR away from them, even the elite level boys are struggling. So there's a load of shite coming below that. There's a load of nonsense coming below that, and the people who are coming below that are company men. They're not people who are really good refs. They're people who are really good at following the letter of the law. People who are getting promoted because they're not doing anything other than what they're getting told by their match day officials, PGMOL or the Premier League refs or whatever. If you're a good company man, you'll continue to get on and get promotions. If you're a referee that wants a referee kind of old school and with a little bit of latitude for common sense, then as we've seen, they're not allowing it. The Szoboszlai Haaland challenge for me is one of them. They'll argue they can't do it for the the integrity of the game, but it will be massively dictated by the kind of betting markets. Big debate doing the round at the weekend, and again was the John Terry Virgil van Dijk debate.
Talk to the chat. I'm gonna have to blow my nose. The chat to give me fucking pelts.
Are you doing that again? Are you?
I'm sniffling. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna blow my nose.
He has been under the weather. Virgil van Dijk, John Terry debate was doing the round, and then I seen a few people putting up saying, look, the calibre of strikers that John Terry played against, when you think, I'm just going to go through the top 10 here, the scorers: Alan Shearer, Andy Cole, Thierry Henry, Robbie Fowler, Ferdinand Sheringham, Michael Owen, Hasselbank, Dwight York, Ian Wright, Robbie Keane, Dion Dublin. And then obviously you had Rooney and Elka, etc. coming into that. Jermaine Defoe, Van Persie. And when you look at that compared to the strikers that kind of Van Dijk's played against, Harry Kane being, really good one, there's not been the plethora of top elite talent in the striking area across Virgil's tenure in the Prem that would, in my opinion, qualify as even close to the calibre that John Terry defended against in his career. So I think a lot of people have to be careful that, it's hard to compare against generations. The best of each generation is the best of each generation. But, there was a lot to like about John Terry. I haven't played against John many, many times. I don't think people realise how good of a footballer he was. Yeah, listen, he's off the field stuff or whatever. You can like him or loathe him. But in terms of leader, captain, the way he defended, the way he attacked, balls in both boxes, not many better centre-halves about, in my opinion, than John in his pomp. And I think a lot of people really underestimate just how good of a footballer he was. I don't think, Rio Ferdinand, etc., get, the credit that they deserve for their footballing ability. But I think John was similar to Vidic in terms of the way he defended with his body, the way he defended the goal. He was kind of all in. But also, he had elements of Ferdinand about him with his ball playing qualities and those kind of break the line balls from that kind of left centre half position. So yeah, it's a good debate. I do think the fact that Terry's played against so many better strikers over his career gives him the nod over Van Dijk.
Oh, I've seen this going on, but yeah, I don't want to be biased here. But I'd have to agree with you, to be honest.
It's just the calibre of players played against.
Yeah. It's a good point.
And when John was 18, 19, 20, he's in Chelsea's first team. He's not playing in Groningen or fucking the SPL developing or Southampton. He's fucking right into Chelsea's first team, right into the Premier League. So for me, it's not even close in terms of...
How many Premiers has he won?
Yeah, I mean... players winning trophies is a good indicator, but it isn't the ultimate indicator, is it?
Yeah, because it's a team game, of course. So
yeah, there's loads.
Do you know what I used to love about John Terry? His left-footed, his weak-footed crossfield balls. I used to love when he used to wind his left foot and just swing it to the right winger. And with his left foot, his weak foot, it was unbelievable.
He used to have a break the line ball from left centre half as well into it.
Yeah.
Before we get into the game kicking off in 5 minutes, what about the world has been shook, hasn't it, on its snow globe again today with disgraced Lord Mandelson being arrested for misconduct in public office?
Misconduct in a public office or something, yeah. God. Which means what? Suspicion of misconduct in a public office.
Yeah, it'll be some of the emails about sensitive information that obviously old Jeffo of Epstein got off him, weren't it? Where he's saying, behind Gordon Brown's, they're going to do X, Y, and Z. And I don't know whether Gordon Brown was Prime Minister or just on his way out as Prime Minister. And obviously Mandelson was on their team. And at the same time, it seems has been given a bit of a steer to people in the financial sector who could really benefit off that information. And that would be against, I would imagine, the position of, the government you're meant to serve. So, yeah, if he is, and again, it's all alleged at this moment in time, but I was surprised that it's taken him that long. Obviously, seeing Andy Mountbatten-Windsor has been pulled in. So, yeah, it's strange times, but it does show you, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know whether some people might argue it's... bread and circus, and it's just a show to keep the plebs in order. But it does show you that even if you are rich and powerful billionaire, you can be held accountable.
Eventually,
I mean, thank God for kind of social media and X and stuff like that, because I don't think if it was for that,
you wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't know what was going on. Would you?
You wouldn't.
I had a little theory, and it might sound a bit tin-hatty this, but I don't know whether you've seen it today, because I'm thinking. Old Epstein, how have the Queen? No, because she got 12 million smackaroonies, didn't she? Old Virginia Guthrie for having never met Andrew. So they must have known what was going on. If they haven't, they're stupid as we think. So I just presume, they must have been aware of it and they were trying to get it to go away. And I've seen loads of people come out going, "Oh, imagine if the Queen was alive." I'm like, And then I've seen the guy off Question Time, Dimbleby, who came up as King Charles's friend, saying, what can Charles do? He can't kick Andrew out on the street, can he? It's like, well, if he's been nonsense kids, he can. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what do you mean? Of course he can. He's going, it's on the birthday and all that. I'm going, hang on a second here. And then you had on Sunday, the Times or the Telegraph, I think it was Camelia Tomney, done a bit with Ian Maxwell, who I don't know whether there was two brothers who went down with the dad, but he's Ghislaine Maxwell's brother. And he was talking about how P. Diddy Coombs only got 4 years for what he's done, and what she's done's the same. And now basically,
she's being scapegoated.
And I'm going, hang on a minute here. There's allegations of child fucking sacrifice and all mad stuff here. What are you on about? The cell wasn't big enough. Like, if they've been guilty of what they're alleged to have been guilty of or what's in there, don't be worrying about the size of the cell.
No.
Crazy times, and every week you go, can't go any mad at this, but it gets mad, doesn't it?
Yeah, I seen a video on Twitter actually of someone saying about Mountbatten, who was a lady speaking, basically saying, leave him alone. But in a way, he's going through a lot. He's being fucking kicked out his house. He's been had this taken off him, had that taken off him.
This basically, on LBC.
Yeah, it might have been. Did you see it?
Yeah.
The lady.
Yeah.
basically saying like
that was Lady Victoria Harvey, was it?
Is that Harvey? Yeah, is that it?
Yeah. Well, that wasn't that his ex-bird or something.
Oh well, that makes sense. So, then. But yeah, she's basically saying like fucking leave him alone.
Yeah,
like he's had enough.
Yeah, it's a strange old world they're living in, isn't it? I don't think they realise how.
Is LBC? What is LBC? Is that a
London? What is it? London
broadcast something?
Yeah, London radio, isn't it?
Is it like a right wing thing?
No, it's I would say it's definitely a left wing.
A left wing.
I don't know what. I'm sure it's London radio or some form. I don't know what the fucking name of it is. I'm not even going to try and have a guess. But this is the thing about it. Private Eye done a piece this week saying about obviously the Mandelson thing and Keir Starmer, because it looks like it's ultimately going to cost Keir Starmer his premiership, I think,
eventually.
Because it's just such a mortal blow. But what they've done is they've put, because people, as the George Orwell used to say, try and write, the future and get rid of what's happened in the past. John Sopel in The Independent in January 2025 put Peter Mandelson as a gamble as ambassador, but exactly what we need and Trump needs. Yes, he has his faults, but he's bloody good and a class act.
Who's this?
That's John Sopel, who does the news agents with Emily Maitlis.
Right, okay.
And then that's 29th of January 2025. Obviously, this in Private Eye.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, the 2nd of February 2026, same John Sopel, now for the news agents. Keir Starmer had the choice in appointing Peter Mandelson. There were many people in the security services who said, "Whoa, are you sure about this? There are some pretty serious questions for Keir Starmer to answer." So it's like, hang on a minute, John. You were actually advocating a year ago how much of a class act Peter Mandelson is.
Yeah.
Like, yous have all been friends with it. Yous have all covered this up. Because how does everybody know? How did yous all know about Jimmy Savile? Everyone knew about Jimmy Savile.
Well,
like, it's, oh my God, that's half a chance, that.
Barry already causing issues.
I mean, I like that. I like that start of it.
Fair play. That first 5-10 seconds will...
But that's all the fans expect, isn't it? I mean, if you can not allow them to settle again, get the crowd with you. Even it's so basic, but just sprinting there and getting something on that goal kick.
Yeah.
Just gives the place
like
a little lift. Yeah, we're up for
players,
it. So it's a strange one how they're all rewriting history. Everyone who's known him, all the MPs, Wes Streeting and all that, gone from being the greatest man they've ever met to don't even know who he is, never met him. Funny how people who've lent Epstein hundreds of millions of pounds, don't mention him. And he ended up going, because people have been going back over that, Prince Andrew, Emily Maitlis article. There's a guy called Michael Spitzer who does the kind of, as if he's in the background in the earpiece talking to them, and he's done a bit of a piece on it, and it is hilarious because it's going, oh my God, like what was you thinking saying? Like, they've just made up, you've just made up mad stuff that the internet's going to keep the receipts. They'll know exactly where you were, they'll know who you spoke to, and there's only so long you're going to be able to get away with it, because at some point, somebody's going to get access to. He's had with them at all times, as every royal will, 2 protection officers who are fully aware of what's going down. They will keep a log. There will be a log stored somewhere. Now, people have turned a blind eye to lots of their behaviour in the past, clearly. But now, 2026, me too. It's too late. Like, you can't just go around doing what you've been doing back in the day. And actually, if it does transpire that you've been hanging around with people who have, I'm not saying he has, but I'm saying people who have been doing mad stuff to people, to babies, and all the other madness that's alleged, then, unfortunately, I don't think we should be, this is a family who we're told that we're meant to try to aspire to. You go, how many pedos are you going to be mates with? Like, it's like, how much bad judgments, like Keir Starmer's like, how much bad judgment, how many times can we say bad judgments? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. And again, Donald Trump, I think America, I don't know whether you've seen it, the Winter Olympics has just finished. You've seen the American ice hockey team. I am a massive fan now of American ice hockey. I've never watched a game of it in my life. But I seen a fella get his fucking teeth knocked out.
That picture of that fella with his teeth out.
Scores the winner, first time they've won it in forever. And then hearing them say what they've said, you know, we were talking on Piers Morgan about the snowboarders who finished 10th, ironically, in the Olympics, talking about fucking America and it's the ice and all the situation that was going on and how embarrassed they were of their country, finishing 10th never at snowboarding or whatever the fuck they were doing. No disrespect to the snowboarding community. And then you've got the ice hockey team, which Canada are considered, and Finland and Russia and all that are considered the kiddies, aren't they? It's a little bit of a niche sport in America, whereas in Canada it's a national pastime.
Yeah.
And obviously the final being America and Canada, and then you've got this weird story running in the background of it, of a member of their team has been killed with 2 young kids. There's Josh Gruden, and this American brotherhood of ice hockey's building, because the last time they won the Olympics was in 1980, and there's just the former players are putting back into it, and there's something building in it, and it's a kind of anti-woke group. So they've come out and said, we love America. They come the opposite, and then they end up, you know, winning. A guy gets his teeth knocked out. They end up winning in overtime. And then you've seen Kash Patel, who's the FBI guy, in the changing room with them. Donald Trump's been on the phone to them. They're getting invited to the White House, I think, tomorrow for the State of the Union address. And it's a real positive story where you're really, you know, they're really proud to be Americans. And
which is fucking shunned upon these days.
And actually, they're the ones who've won. And the ones who fucking hate being Americans are the ones who are finishing 10th. And I just thought it was a really refreshing thing of sports, and saying, you know what, it's okay to be patriotic. It's not, doesn't mean you're racist to be patriotic. Actually, we should be encouraging. Oh my God, what's he done here? We should be encouraging as much patriotism and care for our communities as we possibly can at all times, instead of hating on it and fucking. I don't know whether you've seen in Manchester, you've had all the demonstrations in Manchester this weekend where they've all been scrapping all Antifa, and it's just sad to see that we just don't need to see it. Especially when you're seeing, you know, people coming together to work for a common cause. Obviously, it is the Olympics, and I get it's sport, but it does show you that powerful message that can be sent through, you know, absolutely caring about what you do and appreciating the fact that because it's such a great country, it allows you the opportunity to go and follow your dream and play a sport and obviously become a superstar and get paid a lot of money if you're lucky enough, like them lads are. But also the other side of that, when they go on and the lad who'd lost his life and they're bringing his kids onto the ice and the babies, and they've got them in with the team, you know, it was hard to look through that and not be emotional for it. And as I say, you know, you're looking at that going, wow, what an incredible message that is of teamship, of unity, of, you know, overcoming the odds in terms of, you know, the not the superpower as they are in other sports in that sport. And again, I think the goalie's had the game of his life. He's made some incredible saves that they haven't expected. Canada have been a bit arrogant going in and all that by the look of it, and obviously tonked him in the game. Then they coming out after the game saying we were the better team and all that, but actually, you know, they've lost. And then it turns out the fella who scored the winning overtime goal is a Jewish guy or something like that, or Jewish heritage, and his brother plays in the team. And it turns out he's only flattening a Canadian pop star. That his bird's a Canadian pop star, so it's like he's only scored the goal against us, and he's blasting the best bird out of your country as well. So saying like he just owns Canada and all that. But then you had last time, didn't you? Because they beat them in the build up to it. Canada have been the superpower, beat them, and it was when Trump was talking about maybe making Canada the 53rd state, saying we might just take Canada off you little tit. And obviously Trudeau, when Canada beat them, tweeted a thing of saying, listen, you'll never take our country, and it was the Canadian ice hockey team beating the US. So obviously the White House has been noising Canada up, and Trudeau up all week, like putting pictures of the eagle, like choking at the Canadian goose and all that. So there's been some really good content off the back and forth of it, and as you can see, I think it's ruined. I think Canada's in like turmoil because I think they thought that
was their fucking thing.
It was theirs. Yeah. It's their game.
And USA's took it.
Yeah, it's their game.
A few people are asking about Mexico.
Oh yeah,
because the World Cup's there soon.
Well, they're saying there's a game in there. I mean, you've got from what I gather, and I don't know loads about the situation. From what I gather, there's a cartel leader being taken, and in response to that, they've just gone to war.
He's been killed, hasn't he?
Has he been killed? I thought they just snatched him up. But then I've seen because I only know this because I was looking at Mexico as a possible holiday destination because I've never been.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it must be nice, Mexico.
God,
Thank God I never
Fuck
ended
going
up
there
booking
now.
it. But I was looking, and now I think if you'd booked there, you'd be, you know, a bit of a fucking lunatic to go on holiday there now at this moment in time.
Literally,
go down there.
The scene that they were fucking like running through, like, I think it was like a shopping mall with like the cartel just with guns.
Like
the
airport.
It might have been the airport then. They're just going wild, aren't they? Scary place that.
But it's lawless, isn't it? If you know, if they lose control of it, like it looks like they have, or there's an uprising, then you know they're as well armed as the police, aren't they? I would imagine. 8
of them have been killed by the army. So is that the cartel?
But it's only just starting, isn't it? This could rumble on. This could be a bit.
War. Yeah, it's going to be a war, isn't it?
It could be for a while, couldn't it? Really.
No good that.
That's the guys. That's him there. That lad with the what's his name? I'm trying to think of his name.
With the Nashes.
With his tooth knocked out. And the thing was, he actually come out afterwards and said, "We've also got the best dentist in the world, so I know I'm going to be sound." Yeah, nice. I know I'm going to be sound. His name is Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes.
Yeah. So I don't think he'll ever have to buy a bevy. And Johnny Grudu was the boy who he was riding a bike with his brother, and he got hit by, I don't know whether drink driver or he got hit by a driver and killed. He was playing, so he was in the US ice hockey team.
No way.
And obviously he only had young kids at the time, so they obviously brought his kids out onto the ice with them. So it was a really, really nice story interwoven in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair play to them. And as I say, I don't really follow ice hockey. That was also interesting, wasn't it? Did you see that?
I don't love it.
Alicia Liu, who was alleged to have been massively attempted to be recruited and had a bit of a mad experience with the CCP to try and get her to not compete for the US.
Oh, she's 20. I can't say that, thank God.
And she's faced backlash because she had the pronouns and the rainbow in the bio and all that. And obviously because of the way the pendulum swung, I think she's removed it during the Olympics as she's become more and more prominent. And she's come out and said, look, I was a kid and I don't believe in that stuff anymore. So kind of got to respect that, and fair enough. Like but it does show it's flipping over. And as I say, when you get the signalers and the Wokarati finishing out the back of the field, and then you see in the Patriots and the people who actually are really proud to be a person from that country and represent that country on the global scale, win gold. There's nothing better.
No.
There was a guy, I don't know whether you've seen him, a Norwegian fella who's won 6 gold medals.
The skier? Cross skier?
His name is Jonas Hasflot Klabo.
Yeah.
6 gold medals. That's him there.
Is he the ski crosser?
He won them in 20... Skiathlon. 20 kilometre, 10 kilometre freestyle. That's the one I seen him on. I turned over and they were 36k into the 50k team one. It was just like fucking hell. But they're like skiing in the in the little grooves and all that. And I was just like, fuck me, it's
a good watch though.
Especially when you've been on blasting the ski egg. It must be hard graft that. I've never skied, so that was the picture they were putting up to do.
Oh, that's sick.
You can't take our country and you can't take our game because Canada beat them. And
is that real? Yeah,
the White House have pulled that to
that's
do.
why social media is good, lad.
It is. Like it does have its moments, doesn't it? It does have its moments.
I'm sure someone's got very offended by that, to be fair.
We'll get back to footy now. A little bit of a loo in the game. I don't know whether you've seen this at the weekend. We had a malfunction from the fucking Rossenoir, the nerd. Space nerd. Space nerd.
A malfunction?
We had a
wardrobe malfunction.
Somebody missed an assignment.
Someone
missed an assignment.
The man.
Somebody missed an assignment.
Yeah. Seen it.
They're saying that Cole Palmer, his body language when he was taken off. I'm not saying he had the best game, Cole Palmer, but his body language when he was taken off was very revealing for me about the current state of affairs for the assignment misser.
Yeah. Just they don't think he's good enough. They don't think he's good enough.
He's just going to start to grate on them. He's just going to start to grate on them and start to grate on them because he's tried to shut the game down from what I can gather. We've had Chelsea kill me in 2 coupons Saturday. I thought Chelsea was shooing to beat Burnley. Got 1-0 up early. I had João Pedro in the fantasies as captain. I thought, I've only cracked this. You're going to get about 6 here. 4 minutes in, João Pedro goal. Here we go. And then Fofana gets sent off stupidly, laughing as he goes off the pitch. Shits the bed. Makes defensive subs. Rosenwa makes defensive subs.
That Fofana's come out after and said he wants to leave after getting sent off and basically costing him the game.
Well, like, he's come out and alleged all mad stuff's been alleged to have been said online to him. So I had a look at it.
I did see that.
Right? It could be anybody. It's the Twitter. It could be anybody.
What do you mean?
It could be black people doing that. It could be anybody doing that. People whose agenda it is to steer that agenda, as we've seen from the people who've been quick to jump on everything race related. I mean, we've even had at the BAFTAs last night a fella who's got Tourette's.
Oh my God!
All right, if you've watched Johnny Davidson, Chopper Days his chin pubes ginger. Like, if you've watched anything of John Davidson over the years, because he's been on our TV screens in the UK for a long time, at the first bit when you see him, you think, fucking hell. After a period of watching him, you realise, it must be really, really difficult, because the things that pop in your head that you go, can't say that, he says, because of the illness he's got. He's got a disability. And they've made a film about him.
Jamie Foxx, mate.
There's loads, by the way. There's loads who've jumped on it.
Jamie Foxx has come out though and said he's mented. They
wouldn't know, would they?
I know, but he's fucking know what's it.
This is where, this is where common sense has to kick in, because, people look for what they want to look for. So, if you really want something to be true, you find it. You'll find it, because you'll be constantly looking for, hey, you've just said that. So if you're actually now reliant upon people who if you go onto YouTube 16 to 20 years ago, you'll find clips of him on programs shouting all kinds of mad stuff.
All the time.
All kinds of mad stuff. He outs himself as being a gay man with his own Tourette's on the telly. He also allegedly, when he was getting an MBE, told the Queen to fuck off because his Tourette's. Now, they made a movie about him, and the movie's won all kinds of awards. So you're sitting in the theatre, fully in the context of, what's going on around you. And, he shouted something mad. Yeah. But also somebody earlier on, an activist, has shouted about Palestine, and that's been bleeped out. And yet the BBC have allowed this to go into the programme, and when they'll have a kill switch, they'll have a kill button. If you work on the radio, they have a kill button of, say, 30 seconds or 5, whatever it is.
No doubt about it.
So I'm like, why is this getting weaponised? Is it getting weaponised? Right? The bread and circuses, is this racism? Is it all getting weaponised? So no one goes, hey, what about the fucking blood drinking fucking Epstein fucking files here where kids are going missing left, right, and centre? The fucking Clinton Foundation, fucking Andy Mountbatten, Peter Mandelson. What's going on here? Like,
it's all is
that what it is?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Just going, look over there. Look, somebody's just called him a monkey over there.
Yeah.
Look at it. He's racially abused him over there. Yeah. Be looking over there at that, Andy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But also, if a Twitter account says mad stuff, it could be anybody. It could be somebody from absolutely anywhere in the world who's decided, right, here we go, here's our opportunity. Fofana's been sent off, right, let's give him a load of shit, or someone that will, like, dead easy that. And actually, it could be anybody behind that. I don't believe, in terms of the future going forward, how you're going to police it. How are you going to police stuff online? It's just impossible.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not possible.
Stuff like that, yeah, it's just fucking...
So, me theory being here that Epstein, MI5, they're all aware of it. They must be aware of it. Otherwise, they can't be as clever as what they're meant to be, these intelligence agencies. And I presume they're really clever, so they're aware of it and they've turned a blind eye for whatever reason. They just kind of accepted it goes on the planet. The other thing being, I don't know where they see Melania Trump this week. Donald Trump's wife.
I've seen a video of her, like videoing.
So she's the dress she's released, she's given to a museum in America. I'll have to pull it up here for you, because it did. My spider senses started tingling when I seen it. Let me just get it up here. Melania, this is her. So Melania Trump's 2025 inaugural gown is being put into a museum in America, and she was doing the big speech and all that about it. Do yourself a favour and go and watch it. I'll put it into nowhere. the Z on, she was emphasising the Z on the thing. Okay? So that looked to me like redactions when I looked at it, the dress, because it's black and white, and there's a Z on the front of it. And if you ever remember when Russia was going into Ukraine, that's how you knew the tanks were the tanks. They had the Z on them. All their armour equipment had the Z on it. And there's been a Mexican standoff in the war, and I'm like, she's Russian. She's a Russian. She's a Russian asset. She's been sucking Trump's ollie bag. She's been sent in, compromat for Trump, and that's why Trump, she's actually calling the shots for Russia. Russia going to get a good deal because that's how the Russian war is going to get sorted out. Trump's wife has got to be involved with the Russians. 100%.
Have you seen that? Or
we know he's involved. We know he's involved with Epstein.
Have you worked that out yourself?
Well, he's mentioned 30,000 times in the Epstein things. We've got nothing on that. Now, I don't know what's gone on there, but clearly Pam Bondi, I've seen Pam Bondi, the way Pam Bondi's reacted. We've got Kash Patel in the dressing room with the ice hockey team last night, getting on the Bud Lights and all that. And I'm going, hang on a second, there's 3 million Epstein files in the country's burning down. Why you at the ice hockey on the aisle? So I'm like, all right, this is bread and circuses. The deflecting, the distracting us away from it, right? They want you away from them Epstein files because there's some heavy stuff in there. Yeah. There's some heavy salad in there. Yeah. And it's clearly well worse than what we thought. Yeah. We thought it was just a bit of massaging and a bit of jiggity pokery, maybe in around the grey area of the legal age limit. It now looks like a very, very sinister operation. And I laugh because the tin hat people are being proven correct again. Yeah.
We went over this on Friday,
And I don't care what anyone says. I put it on the tweet to the Maxwells, Ian Maxwell, or whatever it is. And I asked if they've done what they're alleged to have done, don't be worrying about the size of the cot they're going to stay in for the rest of their life. Or P. Diddy only did this. Yeah. It's like, what?
No.
But again, you know, it's, as I say, there's a lot of people, I think, here who, you know, you've seen Rupert Lowe, and I've seen Elon Musk talk about this today. Rupert Lowe's jumped on the rape gang inquiry.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And responded to Rupert Lowe's. And when you read what Rupert's alleged has happened in there, and I haven't followed it forensically, but for Rupert to put that out with what he has in play at this moment in time, as well as the families of some of the victims and the survivors, for them to put that out and allege some of the things in there, if half of that's true, it's really, really worrying, because this reaches way into power structures that it shouldn't. And if you know, we have a day of reckoning, then unfortunately this is going to further erode the public's trust in the authorities, because this is they're alleging that police cars have been used to traffic girls around and everything. It's like,
no way.
Heavy stuff, yeah. Yeah, heavy stuff.
That's heavy.
And I've seen, as I say, once Elon Musk's involved, then, you know, this isn't going to go away for them. You know, we've got a huge issue here, and we had a conversation. I don't know whether anyone's seen the YouTube short Noel put up the other day with the lefty who's kind of feels this is being weaponized to try to divide and conquer us, which it may well be, but also it's happening on a scale that is really concerning, really concerning. And, you know, community relations, we've just seen another incident where, I'll have to get the guy's name up, but we've had 3 people lose their lives because there's a guy called Valdo Calocane who'd had a psychotic episode, but he hadn't been sectioned despite trying to kick some woman's door in and her fearing for her life and have to jump out a flat and suffer spinal injuries because she was fearful he was going to kill her, because he thought the people in around his flat were infecting his brain with energy waves or whatever, and were trying to alter his mind. Obviously lost his marbles, and they didn't want to section him because he was black, and they felt
did he get called racist?
Yeah, there was an overrepresentation in young black males in detention, and he's gone on to kill 3 people, 2 young people, a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old girl, 20-year-old lad, and a fella who went to intervene and tried to kill 3 others. So again, this is this suicidal empathy. Well, imagine that's your kid.
Yeah.
And also, it's not fair on, you know, there's a lad here who's clearly having huge issues mentally that needs protecting from himself. Yeah. Never mind everybody else.
Mentally ill.
And yet... they're
scared to fucking be called racist.
Well, this is the thing. It was the same with the Manchester Arena. You know, scared to to stop somebody in
case, fear of being called racist.
Yeah, and again, I think people are seeing through that now. It is changing, but also how many people have to die for that to be common sense or common practice?
So many lives.
I don't know whether you've seen this. We're still 0-0 in the game. I don't know whether you've seen this. Norwegian biathlete Stella Holm Lagri used his post-match interview to reveal that he cheated on his girlfriend, but he still loves her.
I did see something about it. I didn't believe it.
So he started crying and confessed to basically being a love rat in his interview. And just Bird's not happy. She fucked him off. She's not running over.
What's he done that for?
So I don't know. Unless what's he been? Has he been getting? Has he been worried about the old Epstein files or something? What was his fucking? Or has he just got a crisis of conscience and gone? Do you know what? I need to fucking use this as a moment
what
to
a place to do it, like in the public eye on the telly. Hilarious.
Strange.
Like, it is strange because why?
Well, again, it's this. Maybe he's just got main character syndrome of thinking, do you know what? This is the only way out. This is the only way out.
God.
Yeah, Melania Trump lad, yeah, so the Z on the dress, and she was emphasising the Z. And I was like,
it's a
redactions, and why is she putting it up now when all these redactions are out now? And she must know her husband's in the files, and he's redacted, and it's a, look at the dress. And she kept emphasising the Z, look at the dress. It's like the files, it's like a redacted dress, isn't it? Think about it. And I was like, why are they emphasising this dress? They kept, you know what I mean?
Someone's actually said
that's today. No, they've done a full CNN thing on it. Yeah. CNN have also gone to town on Johnny Davidson for saying what he's saying, basically making out he was...
done on purpose? Well, he's a racist?
Yeah, a lot of people who don't know him in America have got stuck into him because I don't think they understand that, you know, this is a guy who has got a huge issue with not saying whatever he fucking thinks because it's unfortunately a part of his brain. It's the part of your brain that would fire in a normal person, doesn't fire in him. And, you know, he doesn't want to say it. And the way people are coming on and kind of making him out, and you go, you want that to be your narrative. You want that to be the agenda. And actually, this fella's got a disability. It's fucking outrageous. Yeah. Like, it's outrageous. A lot of people have seen beyond some people's masks with it.
Yeah. A lot of people in the chat saying, I thought this was a footy watch-along show, as you've clearly not been in the stream before. We are watching the footy, but we're just talking about the fucking...
Yeah, there's not much happening. There's not much happening in the footy, so we're just having a catch up.
We don't really comment on the game, like commentate on the game anyway. If something happens, we'll talk about it, but we're just here. We're watching the footy, but we're just talking about stuff that's been going on this week. Because it's fucking mad. It's mad out there, lads. It's mad. Do you want us to commentate? I know. I'm going to have to find that fucking wig, lad. Just
turn over to Sky Sports if you want to listen to the commentary. I don't even know who's on. Some nonsense potter. It'll be Gary Neville.
Who's commentating on the game, lads? Where's Skidmark? Skidmark is still in Australia.
It'll be Teabag Towers, won't it? I don't know whether you've seen...
I can hear his voice.
Have you seen the rise of the Democrat Party? Gavin Newsom's going to make a run. I said to you, the fucking creep from San Francisco and California, and he's done a bit of a theatre performance this week with obviously members of the black community because he's going to try and take Trump on and get that vote. And he's saying, look, I can't read and all that, you know, I have similar SAT scores to you and all that, right? And then obviously the internet, as it does. Gavin, I grew up poor Newsom, was in a San Francisco Chronicle in 1991 under the article "Children of the Rich."
No
Children
way.
in the Rich. Just
why lie?
Yeah,
why be?
But I'm going, if you know that's there
for votes, innit?
Yeah, but PR only works if it's true. PR only works if it's right, if it's true. It can't just be bullshit. Yeah, like it has to have an element of truth.
Especially when you get caught out, it just completely backfires. Makes you look even worse.
John Obi Mikel has finally had a little bit of a pop at Mourinho. Saying he'll regret it and blah blah blah. I've seen on the podcast.
Regret what? Sticking up for that
the stance he's taken, yeah, and as you know, saying that, you know, maybe he should have thought about the way he celebrates and that, Vinny Jr. I'm now, the more and more it's gone that, the more and more I'm thinking it's harsh because They've now banned Prestiani from the game.
For one match. Oh, for that match, is it?
They haven't banned him. They've suspended him pending an investigation.
So he's going to be suspended for that game.
So in essence, he's going to miss that game.
Yeah. They're doing that just to
So I think there's been a bit of a cop-out here.
Yeah.
Because...
But not to be fair, he's come out, Annie, and said I called him a faggot, which is like... They're going to have to ban him for that anyway.
Well, this is what I said to you. Oh. So it's like, okay... So is everybody going to calm down now because that's all he's called him? Or are we saying, well, hang on a second here.
He's actually...
I know what you mean. Do you know what I mean? And the people who were outraged, who were calling for Prestiani's head and banning and all that kind of thing, still going to be as emotional about it as what they were? Or are they going to go, no, we're still not accepting that?
In terms of racism,
No, he never said that. Are they still going to insist on what he said? Because they're saying the only reason he pulled his top over his mouth was he didn't want to, and that therefore interpreted, bad words, they took it to be bad racist words because of what the reaction of Vinicius Jr. was. But I told you straight away that kid had come out and alleged that he said, "Look, I haven't racially abused him. I've homophobically abused him, and therefore is it worse?"
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah,
is he?
I don't. Yeah, but I think it's a matter of opinion.
But again, we're going to have to get to the point here where we're going to have to... Words are just going to have to be words. It's got to be a booking now.
How's that not a booking?
Wow.
I've got him to be booked as well.
Brown fight? Yeah. That should be... That's a Stonewall yellow card, isn't it?
Grab the hold of him.
Well, he overcommits. That's a yellow card. Never seen a more certain yellow card in your life. He must have been told to keep the things down. I did like Everton this weekend had a little shot across Brighton's bows with a happy birthday, 45th birthday to Gareth Barry, former midfielder. And they put on his minutes played and
as a dig.
His 618 Premier League starts.
Oh.
So it wasn't just a dig. Ex-Liverpool, isn't he, Milner? So it wasn't just one dig. It was a 1-2. So I liked it. I did like it from Everton's comms team there. So I do like that. Came from punches. So
to be, I think it's 15,000 minutes in the difference. That's a lot of minutes. That considering so that like it does show like a difference in quality. Obviously, like is Barry's 54,000 minutes more impressive than Milner's more appearances?
15,000 divided by 90, 166
full matches.
Full matches more.
That's a like. So it's almost that's a better stat than having the most games when most of them have just been as a sub.
It's a hell of an effort. Stats can be deceiving, can't they? Do you know what I mean? Stats can be whichever way you want to interpret. Some of them, they can make them look incredible. Now, they're both incredible stats from the pair of them. There's no bad mark here. You have to respect the fact that Milner's still going strong. But for me, if you're saying who is the ultimate Iron Man of the Premier League, then there's no doubt. It's not even close. It's Gareth Barry. And I like the fact that Everton have got their ex-players back there and come in with the 1-2. Thought it was nice from them. Real nice.
I don't mind it, to be fair. What are you thinking of chat about that? Is Barry's obviously 54,000 minutes compared to Milner's like 40,000 or something it is. It's like 15,000 minutes difference. Is that more impressive than obviously Milner just breaking the record at the minute?
Is that can empty there on the back?
Yeah. Why? Do you want a drink?
Yeah, I was going to get a drink.
Go on, I'll go and get one. Do you want a hot drink or a cold drink?
Yeah, I'll have a cold one. There's cans of Diet Coke in the fridge, mate. I don't know what your thoughts about this. The Spurs game, Declan Rice taking the corner and the people in the stand behind with pictures on the phone of Declan Rice's missus.
Yeah, she's a fucking honker though, isn't she?
I know, but you could say to him, let's have a look at your camel then. Do you know what I mean? Does it cross the line a bit or is it anything goes? What do you think on that chat I'm seeing here? I don't know whether he was taking or getting set to take the corner, but there's people behind Declan Rice with the phones out with pictures of his wife or his girlfriend, whoever it is, on it. I mean, I'm all for noising people up and getting after people, but at some point do we have to draw the line? If Declan rightly decided to jump over there and start Eric Cantona and a few of them, is he well within his right to do so? Because if someone's giving you professional critique and feedback, that's one thing, but somebody personally targeting your wife, you know, and based on their opinion of the way she looks is a personal matter, and maybe people should be allowed to enter the stadium there and start doing UFC. Anyway, let me know what you think. Everton getting into the game here a little bit now. Half an hour gone. Been a bit of a flat last 10 minutes. Still don't know what Everton are trying to do in terms of how we're trying to score goals. I don't think we should play Iliman Diaye on that right-hand side. I think he's got to play on the other side rather than try and get outside Luke Shaw, which he's got very little chance of tonight due to Luke Shaw's ability to accelerate. I do think he would have a better look at Dallow on the other side, a little bit more upright, and the chance to wear him on the inside and maybe create something that way. But again, you know, we end up back at Pickford. Pickford just shells the fucking ball long. Man United pick it up, and they come back at us again. That's a bit better. Hit a boom him. Right. Rice. Yeah, a few saying that they think Declan Rice deserves the stick he gets or whatever like that. I mean, I don't know what you think, but at the end of the day, if you're married to somebody, I think you've got to take the fella on if he's showing pictures of your bed, trying to leg you, trying to have you off. I think you're well within your right to turn around and give him a tight like. Oh, right, he's back. Dying for a drink there. Yeah. Thoughts on the Gabriel Kolo Miani VAR incident? Didn't even see it. What's happened? Just
Kolo Miani's pushed him in the back. Have you not seen it? It's barely pushed him in the back. I'll get you the clip up now. So people are saying, should
I've seen
the goal
one in
have
Canate
stood?
where he got pumped in the back and he went over and he played on.
So let me know if you think
what do you think on Arsenal's performance? I didn't ever see Spurs beating them, even though they'd made the managerial change. I'm not necessarily sure.
No.
You know, it was going to be
after the first 10 minutes, you could tell that they weren't going to get anything from it.
And again, they must really, really, really hate seeing fucking Eze. No, not a nice dive, doesn't he? He's made a meal of it. No, he's in a shade. He done that last time, didn't he? He's cost him a goal earlier on the season. Over the contact, or was that Saliba? What was the thing doing the rounds with Saliba and Kolo Miani? But that was a bit of a weird one, people saying.
Oh, with the France video?
I haven't seen it, but they're saying a bit of uphill gardening type
Saliba was like taking a selfie video and he was like fucking playing with his car. That was when they were playing, must have been like France's youth teams. Yeah, weird. Proper weird.
Yeah, anyway. Aye. 1 in 10 men, so you never know. Squad of 20, might be a couple of the...
Why is he gay, man?
A couple of the fucking...
1 in 10 what? Is he gay? He's gay?
A couple of the old San Francisco wrestlers in there, lad. Do you know what I mean? The old Brighton wrestlers. Brighton Wrestling Club.
Yeah, it was a goal. Definitely was a goal. Big Dan Burn being shoved offside. Did you see that? Against City. He scored, but the player has pushed him. One of the City players pushed him offside as the free kick was off. So
yeah, he pushed him on to keep them on.
He pushed him offside.
Right, yeah, okay.
So he's offside.
Yeah.
And he scored. And then it got given as offside, but he's been pushed by one of the City players.
Good.
Like, dark heart.
Yeah, good.
Just dark heart, isn't
it?
Yeah,
good. Very good.
Yeah. It's
City have just...
I don't think that's... You can't... Like, what?
I mean, City have just got that little bit of, as I say, momentum, haven't they, going in? It was massive for Arsenal. I did think they'd get something there, Arsenal. I didn't think Spurs would get anything.
No.
But again, it's going to come down to that game in the Etihad. They've got to go to City, haven't they, Arsenal? And they've got to not get beat. I think if they can go there and get out of that stadium without losing the scalp, I think it'll give them a little bit of hope of getting over the line. I just still think they're going to fucking find a way to lose the league. I do really, really feel like this League Cup final is going to be huge for them. Like, I think if they can fucking...
It's going to
kick them on, set them right up, like
it could do. It could go the other way.
And I've got a feeling the way they're coming in, I've just got a feeling City are going to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how, but like I've got a feeling City are going to find a way to win. Because City's players now should start to get... That squad of City should get stronger and stronger. I think Arsenal's is strong anyway, but City should get stronger and stronger as the season comes on.
Yeah, as they do. Do you know how to
they've
finish?
got players coming back to fitness, haven't they? Do you know what I mean?
And they've got players hitting form. Fucking Semenyo. Oh, what a strike that is.
Yeah, great at that.
Fucking far away, that, but little knuckleball. It's like that. Good player, him. Like Ghana. Always being fucking forced to play right back at the minute, but...
Yeah, good hit.
I mean... the James Milner, the Everton James Milner.
Keeper's happy with that, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Fucking 35 yards out.
Yeah, keeper's...
If you're getting beat from there, it's got to be a worldie.
Keeper's happy with that from there. It's a nice eye for him. Decent to Everton to have a fucking shot on target, even though it is a 30-40 yard free kick, but at least it's a shot on target, bit of positivity.
Not sure you should be commenting on politics, lad, when you don't even know what politics a radio station has. Stick to footy, lad.
LBC, what is it? London Broadcasting?
No, I fucking googled it before. It's like... leading Britain's conversation.
All right. I thought it was a London radio station. I used to listen to a little bit of it. James O'Brien back in the day. And a few of them when it was first out, but I don't really tune into it. I see the clips on the social media when there's a bit of a debate going that interests me, but when they all sold out all them things when they just started selling you porkies about the old vaccinationes.
People saying City have got the refs on side. Did you see Bernardo Silva when he was on a yellow card basically just fucking charging into Dan Burns' chest?
I haven't seen the City game.
Not seen any clips though?
No.
Basically Bernardo Silva, I don't know what you think, chat that, was it a second yellow? He basically ran into Dan Burn on a yellow card. Dan Burns going up for the header, and when you're not looking at the ball, just
classes into
looking right and runs through his chest. People are saying, why is that not a second yellow card?
Well, you had Rodri coming out a few weeks ago saying the referees were against them. He hasn't actually been sanctioned yet, has he? And you've got all the guys who allegedly go out to Abu Dhabi and UAE when there's a lull in fixtures who get, looked after to, pay cash in hand or whatever, paid plenty of money to go and referee the games out in Dubai and the UAE Champions League or whatever. So, do I believe the game is up for VAR? Well, did you see the stat doing the rounds about VAR decisions? Liverpool obviously getting another one at the weekend.
And one took off us.
Well, it was handball, wasn't he? He handballed it, didn't he? He knew what he was doing there, didn't he? McAllister putting the hand out.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, I can't believe it was this loud.
Really?
I can't believe. And I also had Liverpool in my bet, so I was like, come on. But also, I can't believe they this loud.
Yeah.
Just don't know how to give it.
It's not like his fucking
should have been a goal. Yeah, should have been a goal. But I actually thought, I didn't see Iena behind Van Dijk, so I thought in real time, I was like, oh, he's well offside there.
So I was watching the game in the gym. I've come out, and then obviously the first goal's been disallowed. The second goal, because it was literally the last minute when we scored. And then they've showed the replay of the goal, and I'm like, he's offside.
Yeah.
So I've stormed out the gym. Because I'm like, I'm not watching this again, the VAR, just to fucking disallow it.
Getting robbed.
I've got in the car, and all the lads were like, fucking laughing, saying it's been given. I was like, I've literally just seen the still.
Yeah.
He's offside, but you can't see.
Iena behind
him, and then fucking luckily he's literally a toe on side.
Well, he must have been desperate for Liverpool to win, Iena, because he's the one who volleys it against McAllister for the first one.
Yeah, good player, I like him.
Yeah, they were unlucky.
Dave, one of our main heads, Dave H, is a Forest fan. Look, we were fucking terrible. Terrible.
Good, yeah.
But somehow snatched the win.
Do you have to give Forest credit for kind of nullifying us?
No, I just think we're terrible. I think we're so bad.
What was wrong with Florian Wirtz? I seen him sitting in the stands.
Got injured in the warm-up.
Oh, God.
I know. As soon as I seen he weren't playing, I was like, it's not going to be a good day. Not going to be a good day at all. Got fucking our best player playing right back. It's all a bit mad at the minute.
So they were saying VAR has intervened and given 50 decisions towards Liverpool. That was its 50th decision towards Liverpool, helping Liverpool out. Second were who? Next best for the VAR decisions?
City. United?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say,
40.
I knew it was one of them.
49. Third with 25. So City and Liverpool have got double the amount of decisions than the third place team. Who was third?
Arsenal.
No, right City though.
Sorry?
You're in the right City.
Spurs?
No. Bigger.
Bigger than Spurs? Chelsea's?
Chelsea with 25. So, you know, the VAR does, as we've shown with...
does that show it's like it kind of favours the top teams then?
You know, they're more likely to be fans, aren't they? They are more likely to be fans.
Someone just said, is Salah done Noah? Yes.
Do you reckon that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lad, he was fucking piss poor. Do you know the worst thing about it for me is when he got ragged and he was fucking coming off laughing and fucking...
Yeah, he wasn't happy, was he?
Fuming as if...
No, he's fuming, yeah.
But he was fucking shit, like he was shit. So that annoys me, that, because...
And you went on to win the game, and to be fair to the young kid, he gave you a little bit of a lift, didn't he?
He did.
I mean, Gakpo was poor as well, but they were both laughing as if to say, is he fucking winding us up here? And you went on to win without him.
Yeah.
That's twice, though, because you went to Milan and won when he was fucking acting about last time.
He's a fucking, honestly, his attitude is terrible. Someone just made a good point, to be fair. It just means the top teams enter the box more often than the smaller sides with the VAR. Like, if you think who's got the... Like, and we dominate possession.
Yeah.
So
but like using Man United haven't been a top side, have they? For it's in the VAR era.
Yeah.
Maybe you could argue you have, but you would think City or someone must be, or Arsenal now must be. But I think it's the Liverpool United still got a slight bias because of how many teams or referees or officials favour them. Just my thinking. You're saying City are getting the favourable decisions. I'm just playing devil's advocate there a little bit. Who do we think was the big surprise? I know a lot of people fancy Brentford to beat Brighton at the weekend. Last man standing. A lot of people had Chelsea obviously taken out by Burnley and that. And then the big thing for me, looking at the bottom of the table, is nobody really, like Spurs, still there. You know, I don't think they're going to get pulled into it. Still think they're going to be too good. Yeah. But West Ham picked up another point. All right, bit of a tougher game. I think that's a tough game, that Bournemouth game for West Ham. You know, you've got to make sure that you don't fucking get beat, which they didn't. Probably unlucky not to win the game. West Ham, I thought if anyone was going to win, I thought West Ham was slightly better. Then the other side of that is obviously Forest will be kicking themselves because after the weekend's play, West Ham just pick up another point on them. Was it down to 2 points now, is it? So, 25-27.
Yeah.
And you're looking at Spurs going, okay, like they could be the team that get pulled into it without knowing they're into it. And are they equipped? Are they equipped for a dogfight?
Imagine.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They're still in the Champions League, don't forget. So it's not like it's not like they couldn't, I think Forest have got to be careful because that Thursday night Europa game, and they've obviously just turned Fenerbahce over, so that's them through, isn't it? Really, barring a mad result.
Is it going to hinder them in the Premier League as it keeps going on? Yeah.
Well, I think you look at that Liverpool game there. If they'd not played Thursday night in Istanbul, may they have had a little bit more energy in that last 15, or certainly in the game in general, and being able to fucking turn Liverpool over, because Liverpool were a shadow of a Liverpool side that I've seen in terms of energy. They were flat. They couldn't get in it. The passes were astray. Short little passes. They didn't look like they had any zip in them. And
slop off.
And you were thinking, fucking hell, because I had Liverpool, as I say, I backed them. I'm thinking, fucking hell, they haven't turned. Every time I backed this season, you have let me down so far. I'm like, here they are again. Another flat performance. And I think if Forest would have had a little bit more, maybe not having that European game during the week, it's probably a game they could have won. Never mind lose. They definitely wouldn't have lost it.
Yeah.
So again, that's another way that Europa League, that Thursday night football, fucking eats into the energy chambers and affects performances for the bread and butter, which is the Prem. And you're looking at them groups down there. Spurs still being in the Champions League, albeit I expect them to get emptied out the minute they run into a decent side. But Forest could well go deep into that Europa League, and again, could they be finalists, qualify for the Champions League and get fucking relegated?
I mean, it could happen. Could happen. Someone said, would love to hear your view if you reckon Ali Dia would get a goal in the WSL if he was playing now.
Ali Dia?
Ali Dia.
Him. Worst player to ever come on, Graham Souness. I never actually seen him play, but you'd have to fancy him, wouldn't you? I'd fancy him for at least 25.
Do you reckon? Well,
at least 25 in the season. As long as he can fucking tie shoelaces, he should be alright.
I know they let you down on your bet, one of your bets. Did you see Trent defending for the goal?
No, I don't want to see it. I haven't seen it, I've just seen the results.
Yeah.
Finished 1-1.
It's classic Trent not tracking back, no effort on the defensive end. Just kind of stops and lets the player run past him when he just fucking. It's a good finish from the kid, to be fair, but poor defending from Trent. So
yeah, don't want to know that. Yeah, don't want to know that. Yeah, they let me down. Yeah,
I don't think he's well liked over there. You know.
Well, Carvajal's still a bit of a fixture, isn't he? In terms of he's Spanish. He's been with the club a long time. He's obviously dipped in trophies and
club captain.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think, when you think like Salgado, I think there's an element of those Madrid fans, the hardcore Madrid fans, that like Spanish lads to be in that team, to be not to be every player. I know they like the superstars, but when you think back to Hierro, Raúl, even when I think of Guti and Ivan Campo, all them kind of players, Elguera, etc., they always had a core Real Madrid of Spaniards. And, when I look at the group now, Tchouaméni, Bellingham, obviously Mbappe, Vinicius, that group's kind of going away from it a little bit. The Casillas, Raúl kind of identity of them. Mm. And I think Barcelona have got that identity when you look at the lads from La Masia who are in their team, and they've got that DNA in the club. And I just feel Madrid have got to be really careful here that they don't lose that. And I think Trent might be a kind of a person who points towards that, because Carvajal has been so good for them. Trent's been really poor since he's come in, and he's replaced a Madridista in the side and actually been shit. Yeah,
proper hot shit though. Missing Jack Grealish, massively. Definitely are. What's this Tyreek George saying?
I watch him in the Bournemouth game, and it's what I said to you about that Rayan who's playing for Bournemouth, somebody who looks like he can play from the start and's got a 70, 80, 90 minute performance in him. This Tyreek George looks like an academy player that needs to, like, a loan in the champ for a couple of seasons, a season to get the final bits to his game, including becoming stronger, becoming fitter, becoming a better athlete to play elite level men's football in the Premier League. And after, he was lightweight. As soon as he started to get tired, he started the game, first 30 minutes, he get through on adrenaline and he was lively, a couple of little bright things, but then he started to feel the pace, feel the energy, and then his power, for me, it started to evaporate. Going out for the second half, he was in the deep water of fitness, and I don't think he's fit enough. And some will argue, well, he's coming from kind of, no football, being on Chelsea's bench and playing for Chelsea's 23s, whatever. But also, we're buying players, Everton, and you're going to need 18 months to get some of them up to speed, because they aren't really well knocked in. And I think he's one of them that, look, in a period of time with a load of games and the right management, he could have something. But I'm looking at you going, look, if you come to Everton now, you've got to be tried and tested and playing in the Premier League. And I just don't think he's strong enough. I think he's a little bit lightweight, and I think he lacks a little bit of fitness. But he's on the bench today. Well, he'll probably do all right if he gets on for half an hour, because he has got a little bit about him. But again, his role at the minute at Everton, I think, will be as an impact player off the bench, as opposed to somebody who's going to light the game up and start.
Winger?
Yeah, he's kind of a winger, left hand side.
He can play up front.
Pretty much, yeah. And I mean, he can go through there, but again, I think he's a little bit lightweight. If he's going to play up the gut, you'd want the defence to have a really high line, and you'd be wanting to spin him in the channels and get him running in behind. Don't think you want him with his back to goal. I certainly wouldn't fancy him with his back to goal against any half-decent Prem centre halves, because they'll eat him alive. His movement's not good enough. He's not strong enough.
You got one collar up there, one collar down.
Sorry, mate. I just had to cut my neck shaving before.
Did you?
Yeah.
Cantona?
Shaving me.
Someone's giving you cardi shit here, to be fair. Cheeky cunt.
That's what it is. Listen, it's better than Edwin van der Sar's rig out tonight. Fucking don't know what Edwin's got on here.
Has he got his sleeves rolled up, or is he just short-sleeved? It's a bad rig out, you know. Them trainees are fucking awful.
Yeah, he must have been doing a bit of rock climbing before he went on M&F.
It's like the same colour. It's like a trackie. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, but that must
be his... Arn?
What?
Is it Arnie?
Don't know. It looks like a fucking
poor.
Like prisoner cell block H, doesn't
it? As well, fucking baggy round the arse, but like tight on the ankles.
The weird, aren't they? How they get looser the higher up they go.
That's a fucking...
It's pantaloons.
Rolled the sleeves up, hasn't he? Has he?
Yeah, the sleeves are rolled up, yeah.
Awful shirt.
Sleeves are rolled up,
That is terrible.
He's come as a prisoner cell block H there, Edwin van der Sar. It's a strange old rig out. It's gone down the hill, hasn't it? The dress sense on the Monday night footy. It used to be people turned up, they always have a suit on and all that.
Suits, yeah.
Always wear a suit, Dan.
Oh.
Always wear a suit, Dan. Turns up a little bit.
You mate.
Always wear a suit, Dan.
Celtic and Rangers shit in the bed.
Do you know what? I had both of them in my Sunday coupon. Both of them. I don't even know why I put them in. I always look at them and go, wow, 1-6 or whatever it is. I go, what's the point? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, Celtic at the minute, just couldn't, again, another team playing Thursday night. Couldn't predict what version of them's going to turn up at the minute. Rangers still finding the way. But Livingston at the bottom of the league, you fancying Rangers, certainly after Hearts beating Falkirk and winning on Saturday, you're thinking, right, Rangers, for me, have got half a sniff. If they can just keep themselves moving, and then you play bottom of the league and you're 2-0 down, and fucking... Listen, it'll be a good point at the end of the season because they were 2-0 down, but again, a massive chance missed from Glasgow Rangers there, especially with Hibs beating Celtic. But again, Hearts all to play for up there. Be a good little finish. Three-wayer this year.
It's nice to see another team coming in like that, and I hope they do it. I hope they crack on. Someone said...
I hope we get some fucking goals here.
I know, shit game.
Hopefully to the blue side, but...
Someone said, would you ever consider doing something similar to Fash FC back in the day? Have you heard of Fash FC? John, no. Fash new managed 11 Sunday League players on Channel Bravo.
All right.
No? That'd be fun to do, to be fair.
Yeah, I wish I had the time. Like, the kids have been off half term there. Haven't got the time, mate.
Up the wall.
Yeah, who knows what the future holds? But yeah, not for me. I'd seen the kind of Scotty Quinnell one, the School of Hard Knocks, and that was going around, where they were doing it from a rugby perspective. They're getting a load of lads together who'd been a little bit rough and ready, and they built them into a rugby team, and that was a good programme, really good. But I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen the football version of it. You never know. But yeah, I don't think the TV world.
I've never heard of Fash FC, no. The one that's on YouTube, let's have a look at that.
No, I've not heard of it.
I've seen... Oh, no. Joey should have gone in for the Wigan job.
Listen, he's done all right there. Gary Caldwell, 2 good results there, beating Luton. Did they win at the weekend, Wigan? No, 2-2. Stockport beat them, didn't he?
Stockport, yeah.
Stockport get through 3-2.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah?
I think Stockport won 3-2. There was goals.
I think that... Did he score in the last minute?
Yeah, very late,
Yeah, because I think I had Stockport on one of my acres. Or on my acre.
It was tough. It was tough out there for a coupon.
Oh my God, mine was terrible. 4-2 it ended up. Wigan had 2 men sent off.
Yeah, they had a good win against
92nd minute
Luton.
and 90 plus 10.
Yeah, the good win against...
Kyle Wooten with the 2 goals. Yeah, let me see if I can find my acre from fucking Saturday. It was terrible.
My eyes.
Are you a Wigan fan, are you, Jamie?
The Old Firm is this Sunday. I fancy Rangers to beat them, mate.
Is it?
That's what someone's put in the chat here, Old Firm.
Someone just said it was the 1st of April.
When? This Sunday? Or the Old Firm?
The Old Firm. What, you fancy Rangers at the minute? Is it at Rangers or is it at Celtic?
I don't know.
Anyone?
Don't know. I think Rangers, up until Sunday, I was like, Rangers are starting to come with a little bit of a run here. And then...
Why does my man have gold there? I think it's the
bit
lighting.
of a setback. It is lighting.
I know, it does. It looks like goldy ginger. Someone said this, sent me a picture the other day saying we got highlights. I was like, mate. But yeah, it's just the lighting.
An interesting thing doing the rounds when we were talking earlier about Van Dijk and John Terry. I seen Stan Collymore coming out. They were talking, I think Charlie Austin had put out a tweet saying R9, pretty much the best striker he's ever seen. And then Stan Collymore responded to it saying, no, in terms of classical number 9, he felt that Marco van Basten. And when he went through the numbers, that, you know, obviously Van Basten played in an era when centre-halves could get a lot more physical with you than even in Ronaldo's day. People forget Marco van Basten was finished at 28, you know, in terms of his knee injury and stuff like that. But Stan was saying he believed that Van Basten was by far the best number 9, and Ronaldo being the slightly different, he was a bit more of a complete 9. Where in terms of like the way the 9 should be played, kind of artistic, off the shoulder, poach it in the box, bit more Lineker type rather than, as I say, when Ronaldo come, he was someone who'd drop a bit deeper, turn, fucking dribble, do the fucking lollipop, see you later, and score like incredible goals. Where, you know, the kind of quintessential number 9 of yesteryear who led the line in the kind of way that Van Basten was the last of the kind of old school of that.
Did he retire at 28, Van Basten?
Yeah, his knees were fucked. Yeah. But people forget he went obviously to Italy, which was the hardest league defensively. Like his goal scoring record's scary. And he'd obviously gone when Italy was at, you know, arguably its halcyon days of, you know, the best talent in the world all getting paid well, and Italy being a huge attraction for them. So, you know, when you look at what could have been if he had played till a lot later, Marco van Basten, and you had played in an era maybe like now where you are protected a little bit by the referees and obviously the longevity of his career due to the advances in sports science and medical, you know, injury recovery, etc., and nutrition. Who knows what we'd be thinking about Marco van Basten? But it was an interesting debate. It is always hard to watch people fight for people from different generations, and you have to respect that anybody who's played the game at a really good level at any era, you know, was a dominant player in their era. It's difficult to compare across generations.
Yeah, so in my eyes, it's Luis Suarez for me. Chat.
The best striker you've ever seen?
Yeah. Luis Suarez. Chat.
Fair enough.
Best strikers that you've ever seen. Any era. Luis Suarez for me. He was just fucking absolutely ridiculous. And then you've got, because my era is like Suarez, Lewandowski, Harry Kane. I love Harry Kane, mate.
This goal scorer,
ball striker,
joke, isn't it? Yeah, do you know what? In terms of people talking about him, as I say, those early 90s, 90 kind of 4 to 99, you could argue that Gabriel Batistuta was the best number 9 on the planet. You know, his goal scoring record for Fiorentina, even before he went to Roma, his goal scoring record for Fiorentina wasn't maybe the dominant side. Remember, it is in Rui Costa's relationship, and obviously Rui Costa in the news this week fighting in the tunnel, wasn't he, at the Stadium of Light in the aftermath of the Benfica Real Madrid game. But he scored virtually a goal a game for Fiorentina at one point. He must have been the last of the 40 goals a season fucking striker, 35, 38 goals. I just remember him on Gazzetta, just fucking terrorising defender after defender in that Serie A period. He then, you know, scored big goals, didn't he? France 98, he got goals. But again, does he get talked about?
No, so as...
Now? Yeah, like Shearer still gets always spoken about, doesn't he?
I don't know too much about him, to be fair. So
but he was
I think
in
that just
category
shows...
of like him or Shearer and all that.
Why are they showing that?
It's the only thing we've done. Literally.
Fucking free kick from 35 yards.
And they've got a goalie on, so he's probably saying how he'd set the ball up, etc.
Fucking 35 yards out.
Romario. Yeah. Good
Van
shout,
Basten,
Romario.
9. Del Piero. Jeff Hurst. It's a fucking... Pro Evolution Football. Adriano. Yeah. Adriano. Pez 06 was it? 99 shot, probably. You could shoot from the halfway line with
I've seen
Adriano.
Javier Zanetti and that talking about Adriano. They think Adriano was one of the great, like, he obviously became a good player, but they think he was one of the biggest, like, wastes for what he had, that he could have been.
Loved the party, didn't he?
He could have been, like, off the scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's been unlucky because he's scored a couple of good goals recently, that Sesko. A couple of good finishes. And
to not start.
Yeah, he's not getting a look in, is he?
No.
I've pretty much gone through. I never usually do that, where I've pretty much gone through everything that I took a finger of, other than one little thing, which I'm actually not even going to. But every single thing I've got through, usually I'm always like, meant to mention that. But the fact that we do that Friday show now allows you to get a little bit more of these stuff out, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it splits it. It's obviously all your content into two.
Breaks it down. Well, I'm hoping that Everton turn up here and fucking put these under a bit of pressure, because the only thing we've done is that shot from distance from Jimmy Garner, free kick. And not much to get the Evertonians off the seats here, but, like, you know, on the flip side of that, it's not like Man United have had under any sustained pressure or any spells.
He's sharp, isn't he?
Go on, lad. There's a chance this.
It's a good chance there. Good start.
So what? Take that. At least we had a shot.
Young Harrison Armstrong is getting a good run of games, isn't he?
Yeah, they're pushing him on. He's a good size. I'm not sure he's someone that'll play off that side of the pitch. Looks like he's playing him
like a left winger.
Off that kind of left. Yeah, but he's playing a kind of 4-3-3, isn't he, by the look of it? But Armstrong playing a kind of tight left-hand side, disciplined side of that.
Did you play with Paolo one job?
I did, yeah. Great lad.
Is that at City?
Yeah. Great lad. Costa Rican. Like, he was like, remember Street Fighter? Remember Dalsim, the Indian guy with the, like, stretchy legs and all that? You've never seen, like, had the go-go gadget legs, Paolo. So, like, you'd think you play with him, and he's like 6'3", but, like,
gangly.
Long.
Yeah.
And you'd think you'd get it, like, you'd think, and he was strong. Like, legs, like, all legs, but, like, powerful with it. And had a strange way of moving, but you'd think, you've like, I've got the ball here. He hasn't quite got this under control. Next minute, fucking go gadget leg would come out, and he had lovely soft feet for the way he played.
Yeah,
and he always remember him bursting on the scene. If you ever remember, they played. I think Jim Smith was the Derby manager, and they played Man United at Old Trafford, and obviously there wasn't many fucking Costa Ricans playing, and Derby have unearthed a couple of fucking Costa Ricans. Next minute. Fucking who's this one chop? He scored two, didn't he? Did he score two at Old Trafford on his first game? Chatting after the Manders, was it? Yeah, for Derby.
Aspria.
But that's where, if anyone, no one had heard of him, next minute he pops up, fucking tearing Man United apart. When Man United were the top dogs.
Gerd Muller. We spoke about Gerd Muller before.
He was, there was also, remember Andy Morrison, who was the Man City captain, who was meant to be an absolute, he was hard, Andy. Solid, like, fella. Him and one chop. Towards the end, they both had knee injuries. We were out training, and it went off. They didn't let some of them, and it kicked off in the training ground. And by all accounts, the staff had to get them in the middle of it. And Chappie, the kit man, said to me, "I've never been so scared in all my life." And he said, Paolo's like doing all like fucking kickboxing and doing all these long kicks and all that. And obviously, if Jockey grabs hold of him, if Andy grabs hold of him, it's over for him.
Yeah.
And he said all that Andy kept saying was, "Get him in the boot room, get him in the boot room." And Chapp was like, Paolo was going, "Come on." And he was like, if he goes in the boot room, he's dead. Because he's obviously got nowhere to go. If he can keep it at range in the gym, he's long and he might have a chance. But obviously, if it goes in the boot room and it's like, you know, no length for him, thankfully, it was resolved with just a few bits of handbag in the gym. Because that would have been an absolute clash of two titans, because they were two big fellas and both ridiculously strong in different ways. No, I wouldn't have liked to see that. But he's a great lad, Paolo. They're both good lads, to be fair, but Paolo was a good lad. Great, like, always had a smile on his face, always come in happy and that. They always have a little bit of them, like, lads who come from kind of poverty countries, always have like a real, you know, good disposition in terms of, you know, they realise how fortunate they are to be footballers and, you know, they always see the positive side of life.
I want to see what this sounds like, to be fair.
What have you got the commentary on there? Pottery?
Nonsense pottery.
The nonsense, what is it? Oh, on the actual
nonsense pottery.
Oh, the actual button that you were saying the other day.
Good that. That can be getting used. Yeah, Roberto Baggio. God.
Yeah, it was a good player, Baggio.
Just to have a go on the ponies. Someone said Cheltenham is 2 weeks away. You're going to have a little dabble.
You know, I was watching a bit of the racing at the weekend. It was ITV's racing was on, and I've never really been massive into the jumps, but I do really appreciate it. I look at it and think, fucking hell, it must be some buzz that if you've got a good jump horse that you own or that you followed all year, because you just get a real buzz when the race is on. Because even if your horse is in the front, you've got to get over the fences and all that. We're on the flat. If they're out in front, they're pretty much out in front. The Cheltenham horses for me, whilst I don't know who's the best of the best in terms of horses this year, you always kind of follow the best trainers and the jockeys. And it's a great day out if you can get to it, but also, you know, as a spectator sport, oh my God, that's half a chance that in Bueno. As a spectator sport, you know, I was watching the racing, as I say, ITV, and you're just going, wow, this is like, you know, even if you've only got a pound on the race, or you know what I mean, they're incredible animals, and I do really enjoy watching it. Cheltenham, as I say, I could sit there and just watch the races all day and not even have a bet on them. I just love watching the animals. And I think it takes some courage to fucking jump them fences. Yeah. Especially the horse that won at the weekend. Trying to remember the name of it here. Grange Clare West or something like that. Won the big race in Ireland. I was watching it, Cheveley Park horse, and it was instantly in as favourite for the Grand National.
After that race?
Straight after the race, yeah. I think it finished third in the National last year, but it won a big race on Saturday, and it's gone into, I think, 4-1 for the National. And then you go, how can you be 4-1 to win the Grand National when you realise how hard the Grand National is to win? How many fences, how many horses? I just don't know how you can be 4-1 anti-post for it, but must be a really good horse. Grange Clare West or something like that was it called?
No idea.
But it's one to follow for the National.
Yeah, Cheltenham here, a couple of weeks. Probably.
Any tips?
Always have a go.
Anyone got any tips for us?
Don't want to wear no fucking stupid. Hey, them horse jokes.
Don't eat yellow snow and all that.
Fucking Ron Seal. What is it? Good over fences or something. Don't want to wear any of it.
Constitution Hill. The lads are saying Constitution Hill ran on a flat race at the weekend and Rompton. Which is was a big horse on the jumps, weren't it? Yeah. Did it run a Kempton or something on the flat? What happens to Everton here? If you're at home and you're Everton here, do you open up and try and win the home game, or do you have to respect the fact that it's Man United and keep the game closed? Wait for Man United to maybe bring on an attacking player and go for the game?
At home, I think you should always try and win at home.
Like but knowing Moyes the way you know him.
Yeah.
Well, in tax.
I know, it's just, look, this is lumping up to this fella. Oh, he's done well there, to be fair. This is your man, and he's going to fucking get you the goal.
Yeah, I just think he's playing on the wrong side, though.
Yeah. It should be through the middle. Is it? Yeah, he's just haven't got much going forward, unfortunately. Do you know what? You've always had quite a good defence.
Game just starting to open up a little bit now, isn't it?
Great tackle, love that. Taki loves a good tackle, doesn't he?
He's been a good servant, hasn't he? He's been a good signing, Tarks, when you think of the value we've got out of him, and he's ever present. He's ended up captaining the side.
Was he captain when you were at Burnley? Or were you captain?
No. No, it was...
Who was captain when you first got there? Was he?
Tom Eaton was the captain and Ben Mee. They were... he wasn't in the captaincy group, Tarks. He was... Believe it or not in the team. He couldn't get in our team, Taki.
Couldn't start?
No, Ben Mee and Michael Keane were the centre halves. Yeah. Obviously, Lout, right back, and Stevie, Irish lad. Stevie Ward, left back. Taki was on the bench a lot, but it showed you the strength. He only came in the January from Brentford. And was it? He come from Brentford?
Who was... So it was you and him?
Andre Gray, me and David Jones, Scotty Harfield, George Boyd, and then Andre Vokesy or Ashley Barnes or whoever else has a chance this.
Oh, he's got to pull it back. He's an older nanny, like.
How bad was that from Dallo there? Like he's got all the time in the world and kicks it into Michael Keane. Fucking poor that. We're getting deeper and deeper here at Everton. Everton just starting to get pinned in their own half. Man United now dictating where the game's taking place. And you're looking at it going, it probably needs the pack shuffling here. I think Everton's lads just needing someone to give us a little bit of energy, get us up the pitch. Idrissa Gueye for me there. Look.
Bruno will be fuming
yeah, you're
there.
Fucking fuming there, Dallo there.
Big transfer.
We're going to do something here, which is get deeper and deeper, concede the goal, and then he'll make a change rather than proactively making a change before we concede the goal.
Yeah. Like reacting to going down instead of being proactive.
I've just got a feeling that's what we're going to do here.
Someone said, who do you think the most overrated player in football history is, in your opinion?
In football history, Neymar.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo's up there, but Neymar. Neymar, unbelievable, yeah.
Unbelievably overrated?
Yeah, in my opinion, yeah.
Why?
Just don't think, like, they were talking about him as if it was like Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, and you're like, it's not there.
No, he was not. I don't think he was ever in that category.
Pele's throne or the next fucking R9 or the next Ronaldinho. It's like,
he's a fucking good player, though.
He's a good player.
It's just that you don't think he was world class. What's going on there?
Well, I think Ronaldinho was 10 times better player than Neymar.
Mm-hmm.
But then I always remember Blackie used to argue with me over Neymar because he'd say about his goal record. His goal record was ridiculous.
Yeah. Goals and assists.
I just felt he dived a lot. He was fucking so light. He was like the
super light. Yeah.
I just didn't like him, and I think, come on, come on.
High elbow, that.
What's he meant to do? Let him just run into his keeper?
No, still his ground.
What's he meant to do? No, that's
Ramos, Sergio Ramos, Jude Bellingham, Maradona. Someone said blasphemy.
Most overrated player ever.
Yeah. Someone said Maradona.
I mean,
Aguero, David Beckham.
I would say, yeah. For me, I would have to say, yeah, Neymar in my
Moussa
lifetime.
Dembele from Spurs. So
good player, him.
So the way he gets talked about, everyone who played with him always says he was the best. He's the best player that he played with. What was he like to play against?
Yeah, he was good.
Impossible to get the ball off.
Yeah,
that's what it seemed.
He was good.
Yeah.
He was
so agile and strong.
More in terms of he was so good at. He had quite a wide ass and kind of trunk and like
thick legs
but really manipulated the ball well. So as you see with a lot of the Spanish players or the French players, kind of technicians, they'll have the ball in the right part of the body as you're trying to close them down. They learn to have the ball on the right side all the time from the pressure. But also what was really good with Dembele was the fact that he had such lovely feet that if he did get in, he could roll the feet, and he had quite soft feet and the power and the acceleration over a short distance to not only hold you off, but he'd use your body to accelerate. He'd like a little bit Gascoigne-esque where they like kind of push off you.
Yeah, he'd use you.
So it actually slows you. So not only if you got tight, he'd use you to accelerate away.
Yeah.
And you'll see a lot of him if you watch him. He takes it in a tight little turning circle, feels you, and then uses you to accelerate away. As someone who does that a little bit now, we will watch a little bit like that now is John McGinn.
Oh, right.
John McGinn does it a little bit. Kind of looks for the contact. Yeah, Gravenberch, there's lads who do it in a deeper position.
Similar.
But yeah, I think you're lucky when you look back at it. What the fuck's he doing here? Just tried to do a trick here. Fucking a Idrissa Gueye.
Fight? Oh,
we watch Idrissa Gueye, yeah. Tries to do a trick. Don't know what he's thinking.
Got tights on.
And when I look at kind of the modern day player, you know, you're looking at him going, the way the modern day game's played now, he's almost like you can't press him because now used to be able to get more physical with him, which was your only hope.
Yeah.
If you went low and physical with him, because he didn't have the best body for injuries, and he never had the best run with like a fitness. I don't think he was the. I think that there was one smite against him. It was he took a lot of touches, and you could get physical with him because of how much he wanted to use you. So I think when I look at the modern game now, I think he'd be even better in the modern game because of the way the games are refereed. I think he'd be I think he'd be appreciated and maybe spoke about a lot more. Like when I look at like a Wharton, for instance, Palace, he's like a much better version of him.
And you think Wharton?
I think Wharton's a good player. I think he's a nice player, but it's just a much more, much nicer on the eye and more powerful, more with more quality, more forward passing than Wharton. I think Wharton's a good player, but like. Yeah, and people are talking about him as a £100 million player, aren't they? Saying, does he make a big move, etc. What do you think about Palace? They won again. I know they scored a late goal and won again, but it doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, it's just
the good atmosphere
steadied
there.
A little bit, maybe.
But they're singing for Glasner out again. They're still asking for the
Glasner,
manager to go out.
Yeah, he was. He said he had a little dig at them, basically saying. I don't know. He had to dig at them, at the fans, basically, in the
just
presser.
The ball and just fucking absolutely.
This is fucking poor.
Booming the ball. Just got the ball at right back, boomed it back to Man United.
He was the best goalkeeper that you ever played with.
Schmeichel.
Even at his age?
Yeah.
Really, yeah?
But don't forget, I was watching him for 2 years because I was kind of watching him and, well, I would say 2 years, probably a good 18 months because he came in and he was at the back end of his career, but it was more his mindset. You obviously known he'd been probably the best in the world at one point, and seeing the way he approached the game and his professional performance and his mind, for me was invaluable as a young player. Just sitting and picking his brains and asking him questions and taking every chance I could to try and learn from him in terms of his different position to me. But you can always pick them senior players' minds for
what was he like as a fella?
Snippets of information. He was a strange old cat. Like he's
I always think when I see him talking on the telly.
I think it was more of his persona though as well. That was his sound now. Whenever I see Peter now, his sound. But I'm saying it was almost like every player had a mask. It was almost like Stuart Pearce had this mad mask where he like wrapped the ball in and fucking scream at you and all that as a kid. And you're like, oh, what's going on here? But he trained that's the way he was. It was almost like when I think of it now, it definitely was just like almost like an actor taking a role on. Like,
is it true about Schmeichel where he hated balls being in his goal in training?
Yeah, he wouldn't have one in the goal. Yeah, none. Like I always remember when we signed Robbie Fowler and we were doing shooting one day and fucking anyway Fowler tried to chip him because the Liverpool Man United thing tried to chip him and. He just caught the ball. Obviously, keepers volley it away, don't they? And he just walked in. Just went, fucking started giving it to Fowler, saying, no, that's why you haven't won any leagues and all that. Just lost Zed. He went, fucking cheeky cunt trying to chip me and all that. And just as you would if you're him, everything was serious with him, which is why he was the best goalie in the world.
Yeah, but you can't argue.
We had Peter Bonetti, our goalie coach at the time. Kevin Keegan was the manager. Was Peter Bonetti, the old England goalie. And Bonetti's legs in terms of saving the ball for goalies on the half volley. The cat was getting old and fucking he couldn't nail the ball, and it was ultimately JMO but he had Schmeichel the back end. Now Schmeichel didn't maybe mind that. Obviously once Schmeichel went and we replaced Schmeichel with David James, and David James was just not having him at all. He used to walk in because he couldn't kick the ball hard enough for him. So they're a quirky bunch goalies. If you don't have everything right, as I say, you went out for training. We'd be kicking, before the keepers came out, you'd be kicking balls and getting ready and fucking about. Schmeichel would go in the goal he was in, and he'd one by one get all the balls out and empty all the balls out. And if you kicked the ball in or anything, well, he weren't looking, which lads used to do. He used to fucking go nuts. He'd be trying to fight people on that. He'd be running out trying to fight them. Yeah. And his mindset was, well, if you put a ball in my net, you've got to earn it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like mad. No one's putting a ball in my net. And it's weird, isn't it, when you think he's a quirky bastard, but that's probably the reason he was as good as what he was, because he was the best goalie in the world. He changed the position for me. Always remember when he came to United and he's doing that big star, that big handball fucking star jumping, just taking the Casey in the town halls.
Body on the line.
Yeah, no keeper had kind of done that before. No one had come into this country and kind of brought that. He was massive in Man United, becoming the dominant side in this, along with loads of others, but he was a huge part. The amount of times Peter Schmeichel saved United even when they had the best sides. He was worth probably 18 to 20 points, 21 points a season in. He was some keepers now, I think a good keeper now is worth like 9 points, 12 points, 15 points, a great keeper. This Schmeichel was fucking 21 points a season, lad. Some of the saves he make, do you know what I mean? You just go, how's he saved that? The one I seen him make from Milan Baros in the game I played in at Anfield with him, I still don't know how the fuck he got up for the second one. The first one was hell of a save. And then when he pops back up, I'm like, that's a goal. And he just fucking came from nowhere. And at that, he must have been 39 at that point. Do you know what I mean? He shouldn't have been getting up as quick as he was. But because it was Anfield and he had the adrenaline in him, honestly, I just remember thinking, how the fucking hell have you got that big carcass off the ground for that? But he did.
But
yeah, it was an absolute privilege to be in the dressing room with fucking greats like that. He is a Premier League great, Peter.
Yeah, best keeper the Premier League's ever seen.
I think there'll be a few lads who'll maybe throw the cap in the ring for that, but he'd be a brave man to take Peter Schmeichel out your Premier League all-time 11.
Yeah,
that's a big chance for them there.
I know, he slipped over there.
Yeah, just tripped.
Who's even in the conversation for keepers like that?
Some will argue David Seaman, Peter Cech, I would imagine.
Yeah. Alisson?
No.
Not won enough titles.
Not yet. Maybe in
maybe titles.
Maybe in a couple of years. I can't. Not all time. I don't think he's done enough all time.
Is David James kept the most clean sheets in the Premier League?
It'll be. Who would you say is the best Premier League keeper? It must be Peter Cech,
Schmeichel,
or Seaman. They're the only three I can think of who you could put in the Premier League's all-time 11. I would imagine.
Oh, sorry, Petr Cech.
Cech's the first one to keep 200 clean sheets. Schmeichel the first.
Petr Cech's the only player to keep 200.
So again, he's got to be in the conversation. And I mean, I would have
he
Peter
also
Schmeichel
took the fewest
over
games to reach 100 and 24.
Yeah, but he also
clean
played
with
season. Probably one of the best, the lowest
defense,
the lowest goals conceded.
John
back
Terry,
four, wasn't it?
15 or something.
Ashley Cole, John Terry, Carvalho, Paulo Ferreira.
Wow, unbelievable defense.
Well, they had a great defense, didn't they? Do you know what I mean? And listen, by the way, Cech was a great keeper. But if you said to me, I have to go with one or the other to win me a cup final, win me a World Cup final,
taking Peter,
Big Pete, the Big Dane. Yeah, not even close. Like, I mean, depends which version of Cech. If it's Cech pre crash helmet, yeah, he was. I think he was better pre rather than post crash helmet. But I'd still have to say Big Pete.
Have you seen Floyd Mayweather's fighting Mike Tyson in an exhibition?
What?
Yeah.
I can't take them serious.
Like what it's in some mad country as well. No. Fucking mad though. It's almost hindering the respect for me, that.
Yeah, it's becoming a bit of a joke, isn't it? It is becoming a bit of a joke.
Who's the... Oh yeah, George coming on here.
This is our boy. I said to you, didn't I? He could be lively as an impact sub in terms of... he does have little bits, little spurts to him. But I just don't think he's... I mean, Everton shouldn't be developing Chelsea's players at the end cycle for Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, if you're gonna take him, buy him. You know, say, right, you can't play for Chelsea, you're not going to be good enough for Chelsea. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll buy you. We'll give you a 5-year deal and we'll try and develop you. I just don't see the point in us taking him on loan. Similarly, with I kind of get we need a Jack Grealish to pick the group up and you know, we need a bit of a talisman. But I'm like, why are Everton taking loan players? Like, why are Everton doing loan players? Oh yeah, don't mind that, young'un. Don't mind that.
Bruno's face is so annoying.
Yeah, I don't mind that young Armstrong having it with
Van der Sar,
Fernandes,
someone said. He's got to be up there, hasn't he?
Van der Sar?
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Fulham, because he had a bit of He had a good spell of Fulham before he joined Man U.
What's happened there? Go on, lad.
Bit of pushing each other, not nah.
Bit of pushing a pull. Oh. Is he a Armstrong Scouser?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Is he,
by all accounts,
nice
everyone I hear speaking about him says he's got a great attitude, really wants to be a player, you know, does everything right. Got a little bit of a bite to him.
He's got a good size.
He's only a young lad, and so he's doing well. I mean,
no, it's good to see.
Done it properly in terms of, you know, being in the academy, gone out on loan at Preston, gone and fucking backed himself, and because of that, and playing regular footy and a few injuries at Everton, he's got a chance. So I think, you know, these lads who sit in the under-21s forever and don't really want to get out and get their hands dirty because they expect to go right in someone's first team. And, you know, you've got to go and do the hard yards. If you're good enough, you've got to go and back yourself and play senior games and play where, you know, the points absolutely mean everything to the people on the match day. And I think that's where you find the best performance and your game comes on.
Floyd Mayweather's fighting Manny Pacquiao. Thought it was Mike Tyson.
I was going to say, Tyson's heavyweight. Mayweather's put a bit of beef on since he stopped, but I wouldn't say he was heavyweight.
Is he fighting Pacquiao? Why?
Why? He fought before, haven't he? Didn't he?
Yeah.
So it's obviously an exhibition where the both
20
get
years ago.
Well played, lad. I said to you, that's where he should have been playing. Go on then.
He's heating up here.
He's kicked him out the other side, and Ian Dye's gone off the left-hand side. Like I said to you, he should have done. And again, he's just made something from nothing, really. There, a little dribble on the sideline, crossfield pass. And then Garner, good block back from Kuna, to be fair. Why are you taking a short? Why are we taking a short corner and bash it to Idrissa Gueye? Like, why? Maybe you know something I don't.
Can't get over them tights.
Allegedly wears them for religious reasons.
No, what about that is?
Oh, it's not a good matchup for us.
He's in as well there. Is that Sescon?
How bad's that for Michael Keane? Seriously. Michael Keane there has
lads,
got...
please don't send spoilers in. We are a little bit behind because of the stream.
Michael Keane has got a one-on-one foot race with Mbueno, all right? Slows down and lets him back on the inside and opens up the whole pitch for him. He'd have been better there going, engaging in the contact and actually keeping him tight and forcing him outside, taking the foot race or fouling him.
Just don't let him play that ball.
What he couldn't let him do is exactly what he does here. Now, firstly, Everton's position here off the set play is terrible. But again,
jogging back.
Just keep him going outside here, look. Don't have to win it. You can't let him there. You can't let him back on the inside. I mean, that's a really bad goaler. Keep him outside here. Keep him outside. No, you just can't do that. Just cannot do that.
Don't look at the
It's a good finish, Sesko, to be fair.
No spoilers.
But
no spoilers. Most overrated. Southall at Everton. Someone just said he was massively overrated.
A lot of people who watch them play, I seen the kind of back end of Southall at Everton say he was the best keeper in the world for a period.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So, and even that's some Liverpool fans as well who maybe wouldn't give Everton players that credit. So I have to take them at the word for that. When I seen him at Everton, he hadn't maybe looked after himself and was in a bad team, and certainly the world level player had waned a little bit. But that doesn't mean to say, you know, in that mid-80s, that kind of 83 to maybe 88, some say he was the best keeper in the world.
He's fucking on top there, you know. That's a bad goal to concede.
It just in terms of, like, if he beats you down the outside there, if Mbueno, who's left-footed, right? So you've got him going on the outside. He's quick and he's left-footed. So what you can't let him do is get back inside. You're on a strong foot. And he'd give it up so easy. If you're going to get beat, you go on, you're going to beat me down the outside. And I've either got to foul you or you've got to outrun me.
Yeah.
But you're going down the outside, you're not coming inside. Because as soon as he lets him inside, he's dead.
Yeah.
And
that's poor, is it? That's really poor.
Horrendous. I mean, they shouldn't have been set up that Man United could play one long ball and exploit it like that. So it says again, you know, Moyes organisation, allegedly fucking, and I go, you've got a corner. That's come from Everton's corner.
Yeah. After he's aware on top as well.
So, like,
mood killer.
You know what I mean? We're shit.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be anything, Everton at the minute, you know, we're gonna do it off the back of a disciplined fucking defensive performance, and yet we've got an attacking moment, a corner, and our centre half, who should be attacking the ball in the box, ends up in a foot race after one long pass with Mbueno, and he just gives up the inside and we're 1-0 down, and you can't see us scoring a fucking goal because as hard as our man's worked up front here, look,
what's going on here?
Don't know. What's he doing? Score.
Ref blues whistle. What the fuck's going on? No, look, I know there's not really much to say with Paddy Lacey. Like, I don't know what you want us to say. We've seen what's happened.
It's an ongoing investigation, isn't it?
So
I don't know, yeah.
There's literally there's not much to say about it. Like, it's fucking mad, obviously. But, yeah, we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. We'll have to see what comes out in the wash, won't we? I'll tell you what have I just seen there? Barry and the goalie. The goalie's dropped it.
Yeah.
Barry's took it off as if he's going to score a goal. Go on then. Okay, don't mind that. A bit lively, yeah, don't mind that.
If you didn't concede that goal, I could have seen you winning that game, you know. Shit goal to concede.
I mean, you just can't fucking, I don't know, for me, you just can't give your wicket up that easy on the inside.
No,
like, I mean, he's got to work harder to get back to his other player for me. I mean, unfortunately for Michael Keane, as good as he has been at times this season for Everton, it's just, you just never feel comfortable with him. You always think that there's going to be a moment in the game where it just, you know, he has a bit of a fucking brain fart. He has a bit of a, like there, him just like, you know, that
just like so
cost
obvious.
You the game, that. Like
experienced centre half.
What's happening here? What's happening here? Oh, Tourette's Pickford's getting a fucking John Davidson Pickford's out.
What's going on?
What's he being booked for?
What's even just happened there? The ball was in play, wasn't it?
At the other end of the pitch. So I don't know what he's done.
Fuck knows what's just happened there.
Oh my God.
Need you a Phil Jagielka.
Thoughts on Southport FC? What's happened at Southport FC? What's going on?
I know. Craig, what's happened there?
Yeah. Don't know what you're on about there. Southport FC.
Or just thoughts in general?
Southport FC. I can't see where Everton's goal is going to come from. You know, now you're 1-0 down. Do you go, fuck it, we'll bang up Beto up there, you know what I mean? Just make something happen. Go
Both of them?
Well, what else have we got? You know what I mean? I mean, you're you got to chase the game. You might as well lose 2-0 as 1-0. United, the way they're set up here, you know, you're looking more likely now with their counter-attacking quality to fucking get a second than us score a goal. I mean, you might as well have two strikers on, and even the fucking, I know there's a big question mark next to them being strikers, but you might as well bang the two of them on. Pickford now, like he's banged O'Brien up there and go more direct. Fucking get after them.
Corner, you fucking got to capitalise on one of these corners.
Come on, hopefully. But again, that's long ball from Pickford. That's not like intricate play. So at this point here, do you need a Drissake? Do you need Dewsbury Hall? Do you need a little technical midfielder on? Or do you need a fucking a physical presence on the front line who's going to go and put himself about? Yeah, you know what I mean? Everton keep loading the box, putting balls under the corner. We'll fucking get 6'4" Portuguese fucking lad on there. It's old school, isn't it? It's like Sunday League.
Oh,
it's like it is literally Sunday football now. The Premier League. It's long throws.
Well, someone actually asked
in swinging corners under the bar.
What do you find now watching a Premier League match? Do you find it boring to watch the Premier League now?
It's just cyclical, isn't it? So it's just like fashion. It's just gone. It's just, you know, there's a team that'll pose a question maybe from yesteryear or a set play. You know, Arsenal start doing that front to back set play, and all of a sudden teams realise there's a lot of value in the set piece, and before you know it, teams are signing players.
Yeah, he's done what you've just said, lad. Two up front.
I wouldn't have gone, anyone from the midfield, he's taken off a bigger player. I would have took off one of the smaller ones, but he's obviously taken off the least, the lad with the least experience in a boom. But again, you need that second striker on, mainly because Everton are trying to score a goal through, physical, direct
oh, God.
ways.
Oh, shit.
Oh, they took him off.
Yeah.
And it's just the cycle of footy. Like it'll come back round. It's bizarre to watch it.
So what?
I think Sam Allardyce just said something on their podcast this week, didn't he? Saying about how they brought all this in, and they used to get criticised for stuff now that people are getting seen as innovators for.
That fucking the top end they're doing now. It used to be like a bottom of the league thing where you'd fucking some of the tactics that like you say Arsenal are putting on now. That's like Big Sam tactics.
Yeah, they were getting absolutely nailed.
Literally. But you know what I love? Because I've been doing a show on a Friday and there's always a champ game on. I find it well more entertaining to watch.
The champ.
Like the last few we've watched now on the Fridays. That fucking, what was that game like the other week? Was it Middlesbrough and Cov or something?
Yeah, really good game, wasn't it? Yeah.
And it's well more entertaining to watch than the Premier League at the minute.
Well, the problem with the Premier League is the re-refereeing, isn't it? It's the VAR and the re-refereeing that takes a little bit of the enjoyment out of it, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Because even the FA Cup fixtures were more entertaining to watch.
Yeah, for me, there's more. I don't know. There's still more pure. There's like a pure entertainment factor without having to second guess every single call for the obviously the VAR Overwatch. He's flipped him back over again here.
Can you see? He's getting it in here.
I mean,
is it on top?
I mean, the problem you've got is you're gonna have to service the box here, and you're gonna have to commit bodies forward. And Man United with Fernandes, Man United with obviously Kuna and some of the players they've got in their side can take advantage of that. I mean, I can't see why you would want Jared Bramfoy to be putting crosses in down the left-hand side like he's like 17 foot. There he is now slinging a cross in.
Well, I was going to say, he's going to score off this
But
now.
why not put Dewsbury all out there and, like keep him where he's in stronger positions, like Dewsbury all's left-footed. So again, it's the same. We'd play a back four and end up with Jake O'Brien at right back putting crosses in, and you're like,
yeah.
Our biggest players crossing the ball in. You want him getting on the end of crosses.
Is Michalenko? Fucking hell!
By the way, what a hit that was!
That was his left foot, that.
Yeah, great strike that. Nearly totally redeemed himself there. I'm gonna have to put this up, aren't I? Because you're saying one of my things are down.
One's up, one's down. Yeah, good effort that left pegger.
Great strike. I mean, you fancy the keeper's got a good look at it. A little bit of a one for the cameras in it, knowing it's a Monday night game there, getting a photo in for the Manchester Evening News, but good hit from Keno.
Yeah, no creativity in
but
football
again, is this
anymore.
Everton? Is this another? Will this be 5 home games on the spin?
Without a win?
I think it might be 5 home games.
Not lost.
5 lost on the spin, I think, lad.
Fuck me.
1.
Yeah, the Champions League
2
has probably been the best to watch. I agree.
3, 4, 5, 6. 6 if you count the FA Cup game against Sunderland.
Losses?
Without winning.
Without winning or losses? That's
Without
fucking
winning.
shit, that. Is he baffling?
We drew with Wolves 1-1. So technically, and we drew with Leeds 1-1.
Is he Watagi?
Yeah, without winning at home. 6 without winning at home. If you count Sunderland in the FA Cup. And again, I mean, where's the ref got to go with that? He just literally pushed him in the net. He's got nowhere to go with it. The ref's going to give a free kick here to watch the Man U.
Some saying if Arsenal win the league, it would be the poorest side to have ever won it. Thoughts?
No, I just think it's a poor competition this year. Look, we're watching a Monday night game here, Man United in 4th, flying Everton in 8th, right? And all they're doing is loading the keeper, getting loads of bodies in there, like the Alamo, old school fucking Sunday League corner. and just whipping it under the bar. And everyone's just throwing themselves on the deck. It's fucking Keystone Cops. So we're spending more money now on coaches and fucking players. And what we're going back to is 1980s Sunday League football, set plays, long throws. Yeah. Everton tonight have just pretty much fucking tonked the ball up and just hope something would happen off turning Man United round. So, no, I wouldn't argue it. I would argue it's poor to watch now. And VAR now just sucks, for me, even more entertainment out of it. It makes it even less enjoyable as a product. And we've got to be careful here that, we don't take for granted everybody, because we keep asking for more and more money. And if you're not putting better product out there, people soon stop paying for it. Yeah. Which was, we're seeing a rise in the old Digiboxos, aren't they? That's, I suppose, why everyone's going, fuck that, I'm not paying whatever they're charging you now for all the subscriptions, when it's, the standard of football is, shite.
Fuck's sake.
It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah,
this is
bad.
If this wasn't Everton, it'd be bad enough, but the fact that it's your team, you're like,
he's hard on top here, but not threatening.
Yeah, but we're on top just by huffing and puffing. We're not on top with any real quality, are we? We haven't. You couldn't say, oh, fucking hell, I can really see how Everton are trying to score a goal here. They're trying to play and then get it wide and get crosses in and service the box. We're not. Just go, right, we'll go back to Pickford here, and then tell you what, just kick that as far as you can. And then you two up there just fucking do something and see if anything happens. Yeah. It's like...
no quality.
It's just fucking football. It's not conducive of, somebody, I believe, knows a clear structure of how they want the team to play and where we want to go. And it is safety and it is guaranteed staying in the Premier League, so I can kind of see why people go for it. But is this what you want to watch for the next 10 years at Everton?
No. You need a fucking refresh.
I just think he's done what he was brought in to do. The problem is, if we spin the wheel, we could get worse before we get better. Do you know what I mean? So, as we've seen before.
He's our 8th at the minute. Well, 9th now. So, with the way the last few seasons have been, it's actually quite good.
Well, I think a lot of Evertonians are relieved in terms of, you don't have to worry about dropping out the league and everything that comes with that this year. So, from that regard, staying up comfortably will be seen as a really good, job for Moyes. But I think if you believe Everton need to move into the 21st century and become a club capable of competing for European places and silverware again, then unfortunately I think we're just going to have to put the family dog down. And I'm not really sure.
Who would your ideal
there's an easy way of doing it.
Where are you going? You just ran there, Barry. Where are you? Who's your ideal replacement then?
I've said before. I mean, it's who's available, isn't it? So I think Everton are capable of taking Glasner out of Palace or Iraola out of Bournemouth, who are kind of Premier League managers. In terms of they've done it with the smaller club, and I think they'd be the type of manager Everton would need to make the next jump. But then, some people will want even bigger names, and I don't think Everton are capable at this moment in time of attracting them, because we've got no track record of consistent European football. We're not long out of being a bit of a mess financially as a club and having point deductions. So I don't think, top European talents are going to come to Everton. So I think we need to go and, take a manager who you go, what, this is a younger version, a manager who is destined to get a bigger job. So when I look at Glasner and Iraola, I go, okay, Palace and Bournemouth, they kind of need a job like an Everton or a Tottenham, Forest or someone to do well in, to then go on to get an even bigger job. Whether that's, down the track for them, I don't know. But I'm looking at Moyes going, he's not going to get a bigger job. When Everton first had Moyes, and he was a forward-thinking manager in that regard, he was then took by Man United because of how well he done. that's the type of manager we want. We want someone on the front foot as a manager, not somebody at the other end. I think he's been brilliant for us, Moyes, in this short period. And if we keep him for another year, 2 years, no problem at all. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But we need to start thinking about who is the next man to take Everton into this modern age.
Europe.
You know, we're still... This is kind of one foot on Goodison, we're not let go of that.
Period. Yeah.
We're still hoping for something. It's like, no, we need to cleanly break from that.
Yeah.
And we need to get somebody, you know, we've had Roberto Martinez or whatever, like somebody to break that, that cycle and become that new exciting manager that takes Everton, you know, into its next good period. But I just don't think Moyes is the man for it. Just doesn't fill me with...
You have said that now as well for a bit.
Yeah, it doesn't fill me with optimism. And again, it's games like today where you go, do you know what? It's like, you know, Man United are probably as poor as you'll see Man United in, you know, when we've not even fucking... Apart from
overall,
a few set plays,
like,
we've not, you know, what have we done? A couple of free kicks and like we've done... You know, we're at home. We haven't fucking even got amongst them. We haven't even got about them.
De Zerbi, would you have De Zerbi? Someone said?
I would, yeah. I like him, but then he's just, it's been a bad one for him there at Marseille. But I would take him in a heartbeat. Yeah, weird that in it. Like he hasn't actually done anything. Like, but yeah, it's the brand of football.
Fabregas.
Is it? No, the geezer doesn't get his haircut, does he? This man, no.
No, because they drew.
Oh, right. He's got to win, is it? Not 5 wins.
Was it West Ham? They played West Ham away.
They drew with West Ham.
You'd be buzzing though, won't he? He'd be absolutely buzzing. He doesn't want them to win 5 in a row.
He doesn't want to chop him. Like,
there's nothing. Like, would he just chop it off and start again? Because then it's no good the second time, is it?
No, he's praying that they only win 4 or they draw that last one for at least a couple of years,
This could easily go on for like a couple more years. Like 5 wins in a row is... One hard. So,
well, you'd have thought he was a shoe-in. They'd been as worried about West Ham because you're thinking
West Ham
enough.
But then West Ham had just picked up a little bit of form. I did say they'd probably draw or win that game, West Ham. But that's fucking 2 years down the line. It's going to be mad. It's got a mad
going
wig
through. I seen the stat of all the clubs who'd won the 5 games in the years, and it wasn't actually. There was some sides who'd gone like
years and years.
Obviously, some had been in and out of the Premier League, but it's, you know, for a big club like Man United, I suppose that's the thing, isn't it?
It's definitely doable.
You know, they don't expect. I mean, maybe, you know, the Man United fans recently have curtailed their expectations, but. You know, the big kind of 5 or 6 side, you would expect to put a spell together in a season where you win 5 games. It's up to you, bollocks.
Oh, no. He loves it.
He's limping here.
No, he's definitely walking funny there. Thoughts on Conor Ben? Dana White, Eddie Hearn, all the beef. It's been quite entertaining to see.
I mean...
Got a feel for Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, I felt for him in terms of, it looked like it really wounded him. Looked like he was really hurt by it. And
he stayed loyal to him and he's looked after him when all that stuff happened with the
he looked offside there. Oh, good touch. He looked offside there.
Well, he's done well there.
He did. He looked offside initially though, from the first pass, might not have been.
Yeah, what do you think then?
As I said, I felt for Eddie because he's obviously backed him through the doping scandal and all that, and supported him. But it is a ruthless game.
Strike, lad.
Good hit, lad. Yeah, he's done all right, to be fair. Done all right since come on, a bit lively.
Lively.
But again, they're all slags.
Lad,
Dana White offers you
£15 million, I think I seen it was.
Sheikh and all that, isn't it? So it's,
for one fight, it's a one fight deal. 15 mil. That's what I've heard. How can you turn that down?
They've got huge money behind them, and obviously you get the access to the UFC, don't you? If Dana's clearly, you know, got Trump on speed dial, has Trump at every fucking event. You know, with the greatest respect to Eddie, and that you can go to darts or fucking maybe the snooker under Matchroom. But like, he hasn't got the UFC, has he, on lockdown? He hasn't got fucking the Saudis on the Riyadh season and that they're now pulling in. So, unfortunately for Eddie, you know, his loyalty he will have been thinking his loyalty will have got him a payday off Conor Benn, and he'd have been able to carry on getting stuck in, and like the Eubank fight and the pay-per-views, making the big dough with Conor. But he's found out the hard way that, you know, there's no loyalty in that game, and he'll be feeling, I would imagine he'll be feeling like really let down, really, like, it's seen his face. It was like his beard fucking been caught carrying on, wasn't it? But
it's because he's stuck with him, and then he's just, that first chance, he's just jumped ship. Have you seen Dana and Eddie going at each other a little bit in the interviews? Yeah. It's quite entertaining.
Yeah, it is, but also, you know, they're competing, aren't they? So they've gone from, you know, being civil whilst, you know, respecting each other's sports, and then all of a sudden Dana White's come into their sport. So, you know, at the end of the day, you're eating into their pie, aren't you? And he's obviously been saying he thinks Eddie's a pussy.
Yeah.
And he can't believe how easy it is. And obviously the first big move they make, I'm not necessarily sure how much value for money they'll get out of it, because I'm not sure, you know, Conor Benn's at that level. He's calling out Shakur Stevenson, I think, at the weekend. I'm not sure he's quite at that level yet, but we'll soon see.
See, Ryan Garcia won at the weekend.
The other side of that, he looked good as well. The other side of that is, it's just to noise up fucking the boxing industry, especially at the air, just saying, what, we'll take your fucking bird off you, you little nugget. You want to do about it? And at this moment in time, he's just had to go and do a little teary-eyed video, hasn't he? The thing I thought was shit, but again, maybe it is what it is, was when he said, look, I've got no problem with him, and he tried to speak to him on the phone, and at the end said he wouldn't speak to him on the phone. And Conor Benn alleged to have said he's a bit, you know, it's a bit too close to it, and maybe he's a bit emotional. Oh,
the corner, innit?
They asking for it, yeah. So yeah, it's tricky, because you think after all he's done for him, maybe the least he deserved was a phone call and explaining why. God, at least
minimum for the back, and he done with that.
How's that not in it? Has he touched that? That's got to be ours, isn't it? Big slab head on that. So yeah, I thought that was disappointing, but it is business, isn't it? John Fury, Carl Froch seems to have calmed down. What did you think on that?
I've seen videos of him training. John Fury, fucking embarrassing. Proper WWE embarrassing. Yeah. He's a fucking. He can't barely
apologise today to Bunce.
Yeah, Steve Bunce.
Yeah, I reckon it just annoys up, because they haven't got the undercard sold. It'll just be drilling.
Game over.
Drilling the fans in. Thank God that's finished. I mean, still don't think they were good enough to deserve the win. It was nothing in the game. I mean, we were very good, but
it was just a
shit goal we've given away there. That's a bad goal.
Lapse in concentration.
It's a bad goal. Really bad goal. I don't know what the fuck he's thinking there in terms of allowing him and Bueno to get back on his strong foot on the inside, and you know they've got runners coming. He's got to be squeezed on the outside, and at worst you delay and give the foul away in a foot race down the outside. But what you don't do is fucking allow him to do what he's done. Just come inside, pass the ball to Sesko, open up the middle of the goal. So it's shit. More shit. But again, I don't want Michael Keane in the side. I like Keane, I'll play with him. He's my mate. He's actually my mate. I just don't want him in the side. I think I said to you at the start of the season, Idrissa Gueye and Michael Keane and Tarky even, we've got to start thinking about
the next 10 years.
Yeah, moving. Like, you know, we can't keep going, oh, well, they're solid. It's like, yeah, we are solid, but every season, if we just go for solid, you're just going to regress a little bit, whilst you're not taking a massive risk in terms of, you know, chances, and you know, you're going to stay up. All you're getting is progressively a little bit worse every year. And I hope I'm wrong. I do hope I'm wrong on Moyes, but I just think we've got a plan for the world without him, because his style of football is very pragmatic. But I think the modern era of football now, you know, we've got to be thinking, if we want to make this stadium a new era for Everton Football Club, we've got to be thinking outside the box here. We've got to fucking start succession planning to, you know, we're ninth in the table, 27 games, but we're still negative 2 goal difference. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
where do you go there? You've got 8 if you win. Yeah, because you haven't got a better thingy than Brentford.
It's just one of those, it's just where we are, isn't it? I suppose we have to be happy from where we've come from, so it isn't, you know, it's not ungratefulness.
Worse, yeah.
You know,
no
but again,
scraps this year.
You know, look at the stadium. We've got to be thinking that's no win at home in the last 6 games, including the cup game.
Have we? Yeah. Little derby.
Wolves Villa, Black Country derby. By the way, Wolves have picked up, haven't they?
Too little, too late.
Yeah, Wolves have picked up. I mean, yeah, as I say, they're playing fucking football, so there's not really much on. Molly Meatball ain't winning nothing. What's happened? Did she had another fight, did she, Mol?
She won
had back in the boxing?
She won, didn't she? But don't think she's been fighting any...
Well, I've got absolutely everything in I wanted to get in tonight.
Yeah.
And it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, call
and
I'm
absolutely knackered.
Yeah, same.
You're full of flu here, aren't you?
Sick of it, mate. Sick of it. Full of it.
Yeah, that'll do us, I think. That was a bad game, really. Everton fucking flat there. I can't even give you the MOM. I'm not even going to give them an MOM there. That's how bad they were.
4 tickets, 360 quid.
For Everton?
No, West Ham.
I was going to say, fucking hell.
That's shit stadium, isn't it?
Yeah, so listen, thanks for joining us. Yeah. We've enjoyed it. See you soon.
Friday, we will be there. Live, 7 o'clock.
Wolves, Villa.
Chatting. We'll be watching Wolves and Villa, but we'll
see
be
what else
mad's
happened on the planet. Who else has been nicked?